Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hustlers, makers, and content creators, welcome to the only stream in the known universe dedicated to mobile content creators and mobile YouTubers. So if that is what you are, if that is what you are, if that is what you're into, or if that is what you aspire to be, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, followed by the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos or live streams. Now, first, I just want to get out of the way that I am glad to be back. I missed everybody last weekend. For those of you who don't know, I had a little back injury. Took me about a week to kind of get over it. I was live last night streaming on Nimmin live, and I lived to tell the tale, and here I am. And the chat's filling up. So those of you who don't know, and those of you who do know, there is a form down under this live stream. If you have a question, go down there, put your question in the form, because as the chat gets busy, I'm not going to be able to catch them all. So if you have a question that you need answered, go ahead and drop it in there so I can check it out. Beanie Draws, the boy who lived. That's right. Now, before I get into any of this, I want to thank TubeBuddy for sponsoring today's show and making it all possible. I'm sure you already have TubeBuddy, but if you don't, TubeBuddy is the #1 browser plugin and growth app for YouTubers. You definitely need this thing if you're serious about growing your YouTube channel. Link in the description below for that. And we'll talk about TubeBuddy a little bit later on. But I also want to say thanks again to TubeBuddy for yesterday on Nimmin Live. They gave us 10 codes to give away. That was pretty cool of them. So how's everybody going? How you doing? What's going on? Oh, I also want to thank the 2 awesome people who gave this a thumbs down before it even started. Thank you for your engagement. I appreciate it. Your thumbs down is just as good as your thumbs up in the eyes of YouTube. So thank you. You're actually helping me out. And if you haven't given this a thumbs up yet, go ahead and give this a thumbs up and share this out on your favorite social media platform, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you want to do. Just make sure you @ me so I can give you a proper thanks. Now, let me jump into the chat and see who's in here. Give some welcome. Flash in your pan. How's it going? Beanie Draws. How's it going? Brownie Faith. How's it going? Leron. How's it going? Hyper Shiva. Paul Peck. Drywall Tube. Paulo. I can't pronounce your last name, brother. Gonclaves. Sorry about that. Photo Finn. Got Next Like. Tube Techie. Car Galaxy Studios. How's it going, everybody? Adrenaline Rush Gaming. Dr. Stan. How are you doing? Amazon Creation. How are you doing? Funny Videos. Aderp Tiwa. Weird Heather. The gang's all here. Josephine DeSmit. So I hope everybody had an awesome week and an awesome weekend. So big news for me, in case you don't know, I hit 20,000 subscribers, which is a huge, huge milestone. And I wanted to thank every single one of you for supporting the channel, supporting me, and making this all possible. Every time I hit those milestones, I'm humbled. I can't believe it. I look at the numbers and I'm like, man, I can't believe that many people are supporting the channel and getting behind what I'm doing. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. I do appreciate it. Josephine DeSmet says, welcome back. Happy D. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just going to apologize for 2 things right now. One is YouTube has been having some streaming problems. So if you're getting some lag on this stream at any time during the stream, I apologize for that. That's on YouTube's end. Everything is going up fine here. And the second thing is because of my back injury, I am on some painkillers. So if we get a little loopy and things get a little crazy in the stream today, you know why. No lag today. Okay, well, since Dr. Stan is in the house, we're going to kick this off right. We are going to start this party off correctly and go into the meme of the week. This one's a little bit older. They dropped it into Discord, but I have so many of them backlogged that I've got to get through them. So again, Dr. Stan, what do you guys think about this? Daddy D. This is the D meme of the week. This one's one of the more disturbing ones. I would like to say it's not the most disturbing, but like on a 1 to 10 scale, I would say it's like an 8.5. Woo, yeah, Daddy D. So yeah, Dr. Stem, thank you for the memes, brother. Keep them coming. I appreciate it. I have an enormous... ooh, wow, that didn't go off. That's weird. I'm like hitting my buttons over here, and Daddy D is like, nope, I'm not letting go. I'm taking over. Photo Fan, how's it going? Russell Vision, how's it going? I am not Nick, but Nick is in the stream. G. Michael Jr., whoa, that is right. Brioni Fest says, make you look like Dwight of The Office. Oh, man. So I don't want to do a lot of channel reviews today, so just heads up on that, because I don't know how long I'm actually got. Hey, Bobstar X is in the house. How are you doing, brother? Hope you are doing well. Bobstar X. Can we get a hashtag Bobstar X for Bobstar? I'm going to drop this in here right now because Bobstar is on the grind. Bobstar is uploading. Bobstar is streaming. He's hustling, and he's like, I don't know how old you are, Bobstar, but you're like in it and killing it, brother. So keep going. There it goes, Bobstar X. Yeah, so I don't want to do, I might do a couple channel reviews today, but I do want to answer your questions. So make sure to drop them in the forum. It is filling up, but I'm going to go right in there right now and answer a couple of these just to kind of knock these out. Predictor. Ask a question. He's actually got a couple of questions because early birds get the worms, and he was in here early. He says, why do some of our videos blow on YouTube? And I think you mean take off. So why do some of our videos take off on YouTube, but why do some videos take off on YouTube, but the videos we post after that trending video doesn't? Okay, there's a lot of factors that go into, you know, if your video is going to take off or not. I mean, I don't know if you're talking about if you have one successful video and then the next video isn't as successful, or if you're trying to piggyback on another successful video. I'm not really sure which one you're trying to do right there. Hey, Mitten Dad. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. But if you are talking about actually either one of those, you know, your second video, your thumbnail might not be as good. You might have a lower CTR. Your watch time might not be as good. I mean, there's a lot of factors there. Your title might not be as good. There's lots of things that could cause you to not get the same traction as a successful video. So just because you have one successful video, that does not mean that the follow-up video is going to be successful. Lots of factors. Viper's in the house dropping fire, as he always does. Viper, hope you're doing well. And this guy's killing it, man. Viper, man, every single week, I'm just like super impressed with what you do. What's up, man? I saw your little shout out over there. Marquise Brownlee. I saw that, man. You up in the big leagues now, son. All right, moving on to the next question. Let's see what is going on. Okay, photo fan again. Early bird gets the worm. He says, I just hit 100 subs, brother. Congratulations. I hope you grabbed your custom URL that is available at 100 subscribers. You can get that now. So if you're going to use photo fan, grab that before somebody else does. He says, I just hit 100 subs, and I'm wondering how soon will it be before I can get a few products to review? I have a few things in mind under $40 that I want to review, but I don't know when companies will want me or will want to send them to me. All right, well, Viper's in the house, and Viper's a tech channel, and he's growing. He can probably back me up on this. You're going to spend some of your own money getting started, and that's just the way it is on a tech channel. Now, there are going to be tech channels, or there's going to be companies that will reach out to you at some level. You could probably try reaching out to them. Like if you have products in mind, go ahead and reach out to them. Your size doesn't mean that you're going to get a no. They might say no. They might say yes. You're not going to find out unless you actually ask them. But as you grow, you will start getting offers for people who want to send them to you. I don't think there's a magic number per se, but they probably will. You know, they might look at your view count. They might look at your engagement. You know, they might look at your subscriber number. But here's another thing you got to be aware of. There's going to be Amazon sellers that are going to contact you. They're going to say, buy our product, we'll refund you, and then we want you to do a review on Amazon. We want you to do a review on it on YouTube. And that's entirely up to you if you want to do that, but do your homework on those people before you do that, because some of them are known to not pay you back. Some of them are legit. I know starting off as a tech channel, it can be really hard to kind of get that momentum going, get those products coming in. But I know we're going to have a lot of Team Filtered showing up in here today. Team Unfiltered. Viper's in here right now. I'm sure Travis will be in here. Zach Talks Tech will probably come in here. Technically, T might come in here. Those guys are all coming up in the tech world right now. So, yeah, RPM Nexus is in here right now. I'm sure RPM Nexus would love to chime in on that too. You can get products. You're just going to have to kind of claw your way up and get there. Adib Tura, thank you so much, brother, for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, and Viper says this. He says, review what you have. Exactly. So you're starting out, take a look around. Look at all of your, look at everything that you have. Look at your cameras. Look at your connectors. If you've got Elgato products, if you have a Stream Deck, if you, whatever you have, look around, review those first. You know, you kind of got to build that stuff up on your own. They'll get to you eventually. And you're also going to be hit with people trying to get you to review products that make no sense whatsoever. Like the funniest one I've received, because I'm a mobile, right? I'm going to teach people how to YouTube. I want to teach people how to create content on their phone, and people will send me things like vacuum cleaners. Like, hey, And it's always like some, you know, generic email like, hey, friend, we found your YouTube channel and it's fantastic. It would be an awesome fit for our brand. We have this vacuum cleaner that we think your audience would love. So yeah, you're going to get stuff like that. Mr. Torbuild, how's it going? Thank you for unblocking me. I promise not to do such things again. Hey, Mr. Torbuild, I'm glad to have you back. You owned it, brother. You talked to Nick. You owned that mistake. That is why you are back, because you took responsibility for that. So yeah, welcome back and just be cool. Master Jack says, D, how old are you? So I tell people how old I am quite often. How old do you think I am? I'm old enough, I'll tell you that. Crypto Cruising says, Bobstar, go on Discord. Your real estate whisperer made channel art. Get in touch with her. Hey, D. Star-Lord, thank you, man. Yeah, Bobstar X, go into the Discord. There's another community member who made channel art for you. Or you could email me, and I can put you in contact there, however you want to transfer that file back and forth. Daniel Patel, the most beautiful locks on YouTube. How are you doing, brother? Nice to see you. And I loved your last tutorial with the masking and Filmora, dude. That was super dope. The intro on that was slick. Absolutely love it. Josephine DeSmit, 28. Freedom Hustler, how's it going? Vinny123, can anybody give me channel feedback on my channel? Vinny, we're not doing channel reviews yet. I might do a couple later on, but right now I'm just kind of like hanging out, kind of chilling today. It's like a 20,000 kind of like it's kind of like a little party, little party. All right, I'm going to jump back over to the forum. Going to move right along and crush through these because now they are stacking up pretty fast. Vyoshi Games, who is on. Okay, they're a gaming channel. They say, I record gaming highlights on Xbox and I send them to my phone. What is the best app to edit on? And you're on an Android. Okay, so if you're editing on an Android, I recommend checking out the following apps and seeing which ones work best for you. I recommend KineMaster and I recommend Power Director. However, if you need something that is completely free, if you're on a budget and you can't afford either one of those and you want the watermark removed, two things you can do. You can go watch my video about removing the watermark from KineMaster, or you can use an app like Vlogit. And let me check. I think I have that video right here. Yeah, so I'm going to drop a link into the chat right now. This is going to show you how to legally remove the watermark on KineMaster. And basically, the trick to that is when you remove the watermark on KineMaster without paying for it, I mean, nothing's ever free, right? You're going to pay for it one way or the other. And the way they work that out is you can use it for free, but you need to use their music somewhere in the video, right? So you can lower the volume down. You still need to be able to hear it. And then what they do when you use that music is if that video becomes monetized, they're going to claim any money that you make on that video through ads. And if you're thinking, oh, well, that's not fair, well, then the alternative is you pay for the ad. So free isn't always free. However, currently Vlogit is. Mr. Torbuild says, yeah, I use iMovie. Exactly. If you're on an iPhone, iMovie is great if you're just starting out and you're on a budget. Or even if you're not, iMovie is still pretty good. Moving on to the next question. Let's see here. This one is from Adeep. Hello, D. Very good evening. Hello, sir. By the way, Adeep, we're coming to India. So I know I have a lot of Indian brothers in here. If you're in India right now, drop a hashtag India. I'm really excited about this. I know a lot of you are in India. Transporter Tech, how's it going? Says, hey, D, I thought I would pop in and say, have a good stream. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. There it is, Forcept India. Okay, so Nick, myself, and Daryl Leaves, and probably a couple of other creators are going to be coming to India. So yeah, that's huge news. We're really excited about that. We're not sure which city we're going to go to yet. And you know what? I'm actually going to drop a link into the chat right now in case you haven't done this yet. Give me 1 second here. Daryl Eves. And I'm going to drop a video link in the chat. And then you guys can go watch Daryl's video. And then in the description, there's a form. Fill out that form. Tell Daryl what city you're in. And then he's going to know what cities to go to. So give me 1 second here. I'm going to get this video. I'm going to drop it into the chat right now. And if you do leave, I would love it if you come back. So yeah, this is the link to Daryl. So those of you in India, you want us to come to your city. We'll probably only come to one city. So whichever one has the most requests, that's where we're going to go. ZBlocks101 says, smooth voice how? Well, it starts by having a smooth voice, but it really helps to have a decent microphone, and it helps if you put some EQ on your microphone. I posted it a while ago. If you're on Twitter, you can scroll through my tweets, maybe from 2 months ago, and I took a photograph of the EQ on the board that we're using. So if you're curious how I'm getting the sound that I'm using right now, that's how we're doing it. It's actually pretty easy. Flash in your pan, nothing needed for M&Ms and for coffee. Thank you, Flash in your pan. Much appreciated, brother. Brony Faith says, your voice is like ASMR. Thank you, Brioni. That's like the nicest thing somebody could say about your voice, right? Like your voice is like ASMR. Ah, that's so nice. That just melts me. Absolutely melts me. Okay, yeah. Adeep, I'm going to get back to your question, man. I got totally sidetracked there on the whole India thing. See, I get excited that I'm coming back. Okay. He says, first of all, many congratulations on hitting 20,000 subscriber milestone. Thank you. Extremely happy for you. Thank you, man. Fist bump. He says, my wife has reached the top 16th in ongoing beauty pageant. Wow. Congratulations, man. And I wanted your help to share a link, myself being part of your community, to cast votes on the forms of likes, comments, and share the link below. I know this might be a little inappropriate to share. Okay, so, dude, you have been here since day one, and you're in stream after stream. You leave comments. You are an active member of my community, and I love you for it. Normally, I don't do this thing, but guys, if you want to go, I don't know, Adeep, is this in English? If it's only in Hindi, then it might be limited to the Indian viewers in here. But I'm going to drop this in here. And if anybody wants to vote for his wife and help them out, that would be really cool of you, because Adeep is a really, really cool person. Really dope dude. It's in English. Okay. Yeah, if you guys want to go, if the Nimminati clan want to go help his wife out to win a beauty pageant, that would be really cool of you. So, yeah. Rabbit Care, do you like the ASMR? Yes, I do I love ASMR, actually. And my very first channel, my first channel that I actually tried to learn on, I put together like a test channel that was an ASMR channel. So I kind of, I learned the YouTube platform by making ASMR videos. So yeah, I actually like it. Hey, Matt Troyce, how you doing? ASMR rocks. Yeah, ASMR does rock. I like it. Okay, moving on to the next question. This one is, oops, hold on. I am not Nick. Man, it amazes me every single time. Okay, this one is from Forcept. You are uploading 4 times a week. You are brute force uploading. Okay, and you're a gaming channel, so this is going to be, yeah, I don't have an answer for this. You're asking, how can I increase watch time for a gaming channel? Okay, I'm not a gamer. Adeep, did I not drop the link? Hey, guys, did you see, here, I'm going to drop this link. Is this showing up? Is the link showing up right there for Adeep's wife? Yeah, Adeep, I dropped it there. I hope you guys can see that. It's showing up on my end. Okay. Yeah, go help him out, man. Help his wife. How rad is that to have a wife who's in a beauty pageant? Dude, props, man. Props. All right, twice. All right, man. Make this happen, people. All right, I'm getting sidetracked. Oh, yeah, how to increase watch time on a game channel. All right, I'm not a gamer, but I understand the concepts of what's going on with YouTube. So you're like, you need to be entertaining. And by the way, I don't know if you're recording your games and putting them up, or I don't know if you're streaming your games and putting them up, but you need to be entertaining. You probably need to be a good gamer. You need to be active with your community. You need to give people a reason to keep watching your videos. Hey, Motivation Theory, how's it going? Thank you, John. Much appreciated. Yeah, if there's some other gamer channels in here, I know there are tons of gamers in here. If you guys want to give him some tips on how to increase watch time as a gaming channel, I'm sure he would love to hear it. But just, normally you're going to have to be entertaining. You're going to have to be, a good personality. You're going to have to be somebody who's talking to them while gaming, keeping them intrigued, keeping them interested in what it is you're doing while you're playing your game. It really doesn't matter, actually, if you're streaming it or recording it and putting it up. You still have to be entertaining. But if you are recording it and you're putting it up, I would actually edit the game footage to make the best footage possible, so you don't have boring parts of the game. So you come in, you have, interesting stuff happening, and just go through and trim the fat, right? That's part of becoming a good editor. You have to learn how to trim the fat out of your videos. Doesn't matter what your niche is, what type of video that you have, you got to learn how to cut out the boring stuff. So what you're left with is an action-packed game that keeps people's attention. Moving on to the next question. This one, one second here. Okay, this one comes from Adrenaline Rush Gaming. See, the gamers are thick in here. Yesterday, you recommended the lavalier mic for me, and I should have it in tomorrow. Boom. I would like to start saving for a camera so I don't have to use my phone anymore. What do you recommend that isn't too expensive for a camera? Woo, okay. Man, I don't know what your budget is. Like, if you want to send me an email, I'm going to drop my email in the chat right now. Hold on here. It's coming in. So I'm dropping my email in there right now. If you want to email me and tell me what your budget is, I can give you some cameras that I know are pretty decent cameras, or that I know people who use them are pretty decent cameras. But you also have to think about your lens and the, like a body of a camera doesn't have to be that expensive. The lens, that's where it can get expensive. Moving on to the next one. And by the way, for you guys who are just coming in, 90 viewers in here right now. If you're new to my channel and you're not really sure if this is your first time to the live stream, drop a hashtag new in here right now. Let's see who's new. I know there's a bunch of oldies in here, but I want to see who's new in here. Drop a hashtag new. And there's no lag today, right? I'm not getting any complaints of lag, so that's pretty good. JB the Pro, how's it going? Yes, you can blur on KineMaster. Sumi Singa channel, welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming by. Hyper Shiva, I know you are old. There's some ancient people. Beanie Draws is vintage. There you go, man. I love that. Who else is new here? Nikki's movie review, you are new. Ciano Arts, new. The Baldwin, new. I love the name, brother. Also bald here, follically challenged. Okay, Aviolix, new. Omni FIFA, new. Glamour Vixen, new. That's a cool name. Gaming with Ethan, how many questions do you have right now? I have plenty of room available. So if you want to get your question answered, go ahead and drop them into the form right now. I think I've maybe 15 are in there. So just for reference, there might be anywhere between 30 and 60 that get piled up normally. Of course, some of them I don't answer because they're crude, or they address me as Nick, or they just don't fill out the form. So there's plenty of time. Go in there and fill that form out right now. And by the way, if you haven't shared this out yet on Twitter, go ahead and share this out right now. I'm going to see who shared this out. Who do we have here? Motivation Theory, John, thank you for the share, brother. Divide and Conquer, thank you so much. Predictor, thank you so much. Uncle Dan, nice to see you. Uncle Dan, haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for the share. Ghost Dog 54, thanks for the share. Photo Finn, Hyper Shiva, thank you for the share. Crypto Cruising, thank you. Starload. Oh my God, we're not going to go there. Thank you, Starlord. Sweeney Dunstan, thank you. David Snyder, thank you. Adrenaline Rush Gaming, thank you. Jeff Eatley, thank you. Doug Houston YT, thank you. Yeah, that almost took a turn. All right, I'm going to jump back into the forum here before this goes south really fast. Oh, let's see here. Station Gaming, Rockin' an Android says, I do vlogging, but I want to ask if I did a vlogging first now gaming, but my subs are going down, can I do a collab with you? Yeah, here's the thing, man. Like we have a different community. So if you and I collabed with each other, it really wouldn't be helpful, right? Because your viewer, I'm not a vlogger and I'm not a gamer, right? And that really wouldn't work for us. So if you're looking to reach out to collab with somebody, try to find somebody that's doing something similar. Doesn't have to be exact, but something similar. So each person can get value, or each person's audience can get value, right? You want to provide value to the people who are watching your videos. So collab with people to where you can bring value to their audience and they can bring value to their audience. And, you know, I would love to collab with a ton of people, but it just doesn't match up. Things don't sync that way. Because, you know, that's really, you know, a lot of the key, you know, I've got some keys to why I'm growing at the speed that I am. And one of the keys is providing value, right? I'm solving problems for people. I'm providing value for people. And I use TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy helps me a lot. So those are some of the keys to growing fast. But the thing about TubeBuddy is you have to learn how to use it. I just got a message 2 days ago, laying in bed with my back pain, and somebody was complaining to me saying that I downloaded TubeBuddy and it's not working for me. The problem is a lot of people are downloading it and they're not taking the time to actually learn how to use it. You have to go watch tutorials, learn how to use it. Go to the TubeBuddy forum. There's people over there. Andrew can always help you. You have to learn how to use it. That's how it becomes helpful to you. It's an awesome tool to have. PhotoFin says, I need to go to Vid Summit this year, like I actually need to. PhotoFin, you absolutely need to go to Vid Summit this year. Vid Summit is going to be in October. Anybody who's thinking about going to Vid Summit, start saving now. Or you can get tickets right now. Tickets are actually half off, but in terms of hotels and travel expenses, start saving now. And as Hybrid Steel says, hey, how's it going, Hybrid Steel? Stop typing with a cap lock on. That's just rude. We don't want to be rude in here. Bob Star X, how's it going? Midnight Madness, 4x4. All right, I'm going to move along to the next question here. Sammy Sports, how do I get subs quickly? Yeah, that's kind of the question that keeps coming up over and over and over and over. You get subs by providing value. You get subs by solving problems. You get subs by being entertaining. You provide subs by creating content that people are interested in, creating content that people want to see, right? A lot of people have this idea. Whoa, we've got some super chats coming in. Genetic Hunters, thank you so much. Divide and Conquer, thank you so much. Says, I'm going this year to Vid Summit. Hope to see you there. Divide and Conquer, I will absolutely be there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting you, brother. But like a lot of people have this idea that, especially when they're first starting out on YouTube, that I'm going to make a video and I'm going to toss it up on YouTube. I'm going to make a bunch of videos and I'm going to toss it up on YouTube. And people are just going to subscribe because I'm making content. You need to, first of all, you need to show up every day and make it happen. You need to be consistent. You need to be strategic. But you have to make content that people want to see. You have to make content that's giving them value. And value can be entertainment, right? A lot of people, value can be an escape. Value can be something that they're trying to learn. There's a lot of things that kind of get wrapped up in that value balloon or that value umbrella. So just think of how you can provide value to the people watching your videos and then ask them to subscribe and then also give them a reason to subscribe. Another mistake that people have is they'll say things like, hey, subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Right? Don't forget to subscribe. And that might work sometimes, but what you need to do is give them a reason to subscribe. Tell them what value you're going to get, what value they're going to get if they subscribe to their channel. For example, one of the things that I say in my videos, I'll say, if you want to learn how to make content on your phone or be a mobile YouTuber, right? I just kind of put that value out there, letting them know what they're going to get if they're a subscriber. Then I say, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, followed by notification bell. So think of telling them what they're going to get first before asking them to subscribe. That was way longer than I expected. Did I see Fly Ride sneak in here? Did I see the man himself? Where's he at? I think I could either, I'm seeing things. Hey, Cricket, how's it going? Nice to see you in here. I could have sworn I saw Fly Ride sneak in here. Is he in here? Where are you at? There he is. What's up, brother? How are you doing? I still owe you a drink, Fly Ride. So if I see you at Vid Summit next year, you've got one drink coming on me. Nice to see you in here, man. All right. Moving. Oh, we got a super chat. Hold on. Thank you so much, Studio. Hey, man. Studio Geek 2. Giving some love. Thank you, brother. Just made the switch. Buy Final Cut Pro. Hello, LumaFusion. All right. So I guess you're doing that on the iPad. I love LumaFusion. It's $20 and Final Cut is $300. That's a lot. I use it for years. Thinking of buying a 2017 iPad. Dude, I'll tell you what, man. I bought one of the new iPad Pro. The battery's actually dead, or I'd pull it up right here. I bought one, and Nick bought one. I am so impressed with that thing. Like I'm blown away by the power of these iPads. And LumaFusion for the iPad is unbelievable. So I think you're making the right move there. Plus, it's portable, right? iPad, LumaFusion, you're solid. And I'm curious, how many people in here are on an iPhone or an iPad right now? Who's rocking an iPad? First name, iPad sucks, get Samsung. No, dude, the new iPads are actually really good. And look, I have a Samsung right here. It's a Samsung Galaxy S9. I've got an S3 over there. I've got an S6 over there. But I also have a couple iPhones. I started out on Android. I love Android still, but as someone who's making videos and taking pictures and just the overall ease of use, I've really fallen in love with the iPhone. And that was hard for me because I was kicking and screaming, trying to get used to the iPhone. But now that I've gotten used to the iPhone, and I figured, it took me a while to wrap my head around how it was working. But now that I did, I absolutely love it. And those of you who are in the Apple ecosystem, I still have a PC for my computer, but AirDrop, that's just plain sorcery. Probably the coolest feature anyone's ever made, AirDrop. Hey, let's see what is going on here. VM Sultan says, hey, D, do you have another job and YouTube for both of you, actually? Yeah, Nick is full-time. I'm not full-time, but I'm working on going full-time. Hopefully, I probably by the end of this year, I hope to be full-time on YouTube. I'm going to jump back to the form, keep answering these questions because now they are really piling up. I want to make sure I get through everybody. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not checking out thumbnails right now, guys. Okay, this comes from Adrenaline Rush Gaming. Again, it says, I uploaded my first video last Sunday. Congratulations. Welcome to the platform. You're going to love it. It says, I posted... Oh, you've posted 4 now. You're uploading 5th as we speak. You have 18 subs of today. Is that a good starting growth rate? Dude, you've got 18 subs. So anytime somebody says, how am I doing, right? Look at my channel. How am I doing? Well, how are you, when you uploaded your first video, how many subs did you have? Now you're uploading your 5th, you have 18 subs. That's progress. So I'm guessing that's 5 days. I'm guessing you're kind of doing the daily thing for a gaming channel. But if you've acquired 18 subs that are not friends and family, dude, that's growth. So just keep doing what you're doing, because if you gathered 18, you can get 180, you can get, 1,800 and so on and so forth. So no, I think that's great. Motivation Theory says over 20K. Congrats, D. Nimmin. Right? Man. So what's really weird, like 5,000 was big for me. 5,000 was a really big deal, because when I first started, I was thinking, okay, people, okay, Nick's doing this and Nick's doing a really good job, but I don't really see myself doing that well. So when I hit 5,000, I was like, wow, that's okay. This might work. Then 10,000 was like a really big deal, right? I don't know why, but like, in my mind, 10,000 was huge. And then surprisingly, all the rest up until 20, it didn't, I wasn't like woo or anything. It was kind of like, 10,000 and then 20,000, like that's the next milestone for me. And then surprisingly, 25 is a big one for me. I don't know why. So 20 is big, 25 for me. And then from there, I probably won't get excited until I'm like at 50. Hey, Brioni Faith says she was number 42. Thank you, Brioni. Going way back. Go way back. Kiki show. So can I ask noticed questions? So Kiki, I have a form in the description below. Go ahead and drop your question in there, because the chat gets moving really quick and it's sometimes difficult to catch questions. I look at both, but like if you're putting it in the chat, you've got like maybe a 10% chance that I'm going to see it. Cricket says you are subscriber 49. Look at that. You guys have been hanging out this entire time, right? That's so rad, man. Fly ride. I'm pumped. Yeah, dude. Guys, yeah. So if you're in California, guys, and you're doing like custom light, if you want custom lighting for your car, Fly Ride is the dude. He does some really dope. So yeah, go check his channel out if you're into like customizing your car with lights. I think that stuff's amazing. Your subscriber 69, Vinny, 123. That's pretty rad. Fire Drift, that's a good question. Do I have to pay to get subscribers? No, you do not have to pay to get subscribers. The worst thing you can do is buy subscribers. You don't want to buy subscribers. You don't want to buy comments. You don't want to buy likes. You do not want to buy any of that stuff, okay? You want to grow your channel organically. You want to get people subscribing to your channel who are interested in your content, because when you get people who are joining your channel who are interested in your content, they're going to watch your videos. As they watch your videos, you're going to accumulate watch time on those videos, right? As you accumulate more watch time, more views, more legitimate engagement is going to happen, and your channel is going to start to build authority, and that's when you're going to start climbing up that ladder and start getting suggested and start being able to be found easier in search. When you're buying subscribers, what you're doing is you're buying numbers, and those numbers do not give you watch time, right? They're going to give you a subscriber number. And even if you're buying views, those people they're not really going to watch all of your videos. So think about it like this. Numbers are great. Numbers are fantastic. Everybody wants a high sub count, right? You want to tick that box off. Don't get too caught up in it, right? Like, you can still be a great creator and have a lower sub count or even lower views. So don't take that as I'm not that good because I have a lower sub count. It just means that you're somewhere else on your journey than other people are. You might just be starting out, or you might not upload as consistently or as frequent as other people. So just think of it as, that's just where you are along your journey. But think about, besides the numbers here, think about building a community around your channel. Because if you're building a community around your channel, that's powerful, right? That community, they're going to follow you to other platforms. They're going to go to Twitter. They're going to follow you on Instagram. They're going to come into the live streams. Like, okay, who's part of the Nimminati? If you're part of the Nimminati, if you're part of Nick's channel, you're part of my channel, drop a hashtag Nimminati into the chat right now. Right? Like, when you're building community, like, that's powerful. And these are the same people. Like, if you have a product to sell, or you have a course, hey, self-publishing with Dale, how's it going, man? If you have something to sell, if you have something that you want to share, right? Hey, Gord Eisman, how's it going? Like, that's where your community is really going to come in handy. I mean, look at this, right? Letting it roll. This is all part of the community, and you can't get this. You can't have people showing up like this by buying subscribers or buying views. You just can't do that. And the same for sub. You're not going to get this. You're not going to have this community of people who get to know you and you get to know them, right? That's not going to happen. That interaction, you're not going to have this interaction with your members, your channel members, if you have that, or your community members, the friends that you meet on YouTube. Like, you're not going to have that if you're buying stuff or you're doing sub. And that was way long-winded, but I think you get my point on that. And I saw some super chats come in. Hold on here. No, Studio Geek 2 says, David from Geek's Life. Dude, just David's like one of the raddest people on planet Earth. I just want to put that out there. He says he's using Final Cut Pro, but he loves LumaFusion. He loves it. I think he's switching someday. Yeah, so I don't use Final Cut Pro. When I'm on my computer, I use Vegas Pro 16. Or did they change the name to Vegas Studio? No, I think it's still Vegas Pro. Maybe Vegas 16. I don't even keep track of that. But for mobile, for the iPad, I'm LumaFusion. Here's the thing. I love LumaFusion for the iPad, but on my phone, I love KineMaster. KineMaster is better for me on my phone. LumaFusion is better on my iPad. And in my opinion, if you have LumaFusion, I think that's all you need for your iPad. And I think I just missed a, hey, Renegade Jew, how's it going? I hope you guys have a great Sunday. I hope you have a great Sunday too. Darren Boos, how's it going? Tim Yonce, I hope you are doing well. Rabbit Care. Rabbit Care, is iPhone better than Android? Ooh, yeah, that's one of those questions. I now prefer my iPhone over Android. I've got an Android right here, Samsung Galaxy S9. I've got a pile of Androids sitting over there, but I've fallen in love with my iPhone and the iPad. I think it depends on what you're doing. Android definitely gives you more flexibility, but where iPhones really shines, if you get into the Apple ecosystem, or if you're using it specifically for content creation, they're powerhouses. Those of you who are in the Apple ecosystem, yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, the Note 9 is killing it. The Note 9 is a fantastic, I'm going to show you what I hate about Samsung right here is Bixby. Bixby is always, that's too bright. Bixby is always showing up. I hate Bixby. That's like the number one thing I hate about my Samsung is Bixby. Every time I touch my phone, Bixby comes on. Who even put that in? Cord Eisman says, how can I trash Bixby? I hate Bixby. Siri's okay, but hate Bixby. There you go. Hey, Mia Diva Rodriguez, how's it going? Hashtag hate Bixby. Renegade Jew says, what is the Apple ecosystem if you're using iPhone X? So, okay, so what I meant was, let's say you have an Apple Watch, let's say you have an iPhone, let's say you have an iPad, and let's say you have like a Power Mac or a MacBook Pro or something like that. All of that syncs together so well. Everything just syncs completely, you know, like it's like one device. So you can pick up one device, go to the next device, and pick up right where you left off on the next device, right? And they have another amazing feature, which is borderline sorcery, maybe even black magic. It's called AirDrop. And if you AirDrop from device to device, you can even send huge video files. Like I was shooting in 4K, and I was sending enormous video files from my phone to my iPad to do some editing, and it was just zipping those videos over faster than I could have pulled them into my computer with a cable. Absolute wizardry. Just wizardry. Glamour Vixen says, have you tried Premiere Rush on iPad? Do you mean Adobe Rush? Project Rush, I think. Or no, did they change the name? Yeah, they changed the name, Premiere Rush. I do have it. I don't use it. When it first came out, I made a video on it on a phone. I gave you a basic walkthrough. So on my channel, I give you a basic walkthrough of, I think back then, I think it was called Project Rush, and I think they've changed the name. But I did it on a phone. I do have it. I don't use it because I think it has some limitations, but if it works for you, use it. It is powerful. Josephine DeSmet says, what do you mean when you're in the ecosystem? Yeah, just like I explained, like if all of your products are Apple products, it's really easy to sync all of those together. Your iPhone, your iPad, your computer, your watch, all of that stuff flawlessly syncs together. Send files back and forth. You know, you can start something on your phone and then pick it up on your tablet and then pick it up again on your computer. It just sends files back and forth. It's super easy. PhotoFin says, is Adobe worth it? Adobe what? Are you talking about buying into like the cloud, or are you talking about Rush? I pay for Photoshop. What do I pay for with Adobe? I think I pay for Photoshop and Adobe Audition. Those are the two that I pay for. All right, I'm going to jump back into the forum here because they are getting they are backing up here. 1 second. Yeah, keep those questions coming. Plenty of room. And by the way, if you're just joining us, there's a link down in the description below. Put your question in there. Jackson Draws, hey, how are you doing, man? Jackson Draws has an iPhone. Says, so first, I'm young, so I don't have a job. Hey, dude, relish this time. You're young and you don't have a job. Yeah, dude, like hold on to this for as long as you can. So my phone is a fossil and it doesn't work, and the storage is full and I can't live stream with it. It doesn't let me do what I want to do. And you put a question mark. Yeah, I'm not sure what the question is there, Jackson Draw, but if your phone is old and you're being limited because your phone is old, then I would recommend maybe asking for Christmas or asking for your birthday, or a combination. Hey, mom, hey, dad, I'll tell you what, here's the deal. All I want for my birthday and for Christmas and for any other gift I could possibly have, and if I meet this grade point average at school, can you please buy me a new iPhone? That's what I would do. And then, you know, in the summertime, man, go out and cut grass for people. Go rake leaves, shovel snow in the winter. I think I started hustling. Well, I actually started hustling bubble gum. I sold bubble gum. Man, how old was I? I think I was in the 5th grade. So yeah, it was kind of like my first business, 5th or 6th grade. I would go with my mom to a bulk center. Back then it was called Macro. I don't even know if those are still available or not, or still in business in the US, but it's called Macro. And you could go in and you could buy boxes of stuff. So I would go in and I would buy like an enormous box of bubble gum, right? For, I don't know, $10 or whatever. And then I would sell the pieces individually for $0.25. So, man, I was making bank, you know, one piece of gum at a time, $0.25 at a time, $0.25 at a time. I was just like backpacks full of gum. So I started hustling that really early. And then when I would shovel snow in the wintertime, I'd rake leaves, I would mow grass, anything that I could do to get money as I got a little bit older. And then when you go to work, Yeah, then you will have your own money. But dude, hustle. Figure it out, man. Hustle it. Gord Eisman says, D, are you using a combo of Streamlabs OBS and Stream Deck for your magical display and transitions? Yes, Gord. Right now, I am using Streamlabs OBS and I'm using the Elgato Stream Deck. That's allowing me to change these transitions that you see right here. This is all Stream Deck or Stream Deck and Streamlabs OBS. That's what I'm using. However, on my iPad and on my phone, I'm now using Switcher Studio, which is an unbelievable streaming app for iOS. So when I'm on the road, when Nick and I are on the road, you're probably going to see us using Switcher Studio, and that allows us to connect all of our iPhones, all of our iPads, use the cameras for each one of those, use one of them as the main control panel, and we can use each device as a camera so we can get different camera angles while we're actually out on the road and stuff like that. That's Switcher Studio. Stanley Orchard, how are you doing? Nice to see you in here. Rabbit Care says, I do cleaning for my grandmother. Right. That's the thing, man. If you want something, you hustle for it. If your phone is dead, if it's old, if it's a fossil, hustle for it, man. Paul Peg Drywall says, I bought my first car from working when I was 15 before I could drive, before I could drive. Exactly, right? You guys got to hustle, man. Start young. Young Pilot says, do you have the Elgato Stream Deck Mini or the normal one? I have the normal one. We had this. We got this pretty much as soon as it came out. We actually have two of them because there's another set that's being built up over here, and we're going to use the Stream Deck over there as well. And if you have two Stream Decks, you can actually use them both, so you don't have to build folders and kind of go into them. Pizzles Tech Time, congrats on 20KD. Thank you. Man, that's so exciting. That's just so exciting. One second here. I'm going to jump back to the forum because these questions are piling up. So Jackson Draws, man, I hope that helps, dude. Hustle. Get, upgrade. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Okay, I think you submitted that twice. Moving right along. Yeah, and for those of you just joining us, I know I keep mentioning this because I want everybody to know because the questions keep coming up in the chat here. In the description underneath this video with this live stream that you're watching right now, there's a link to a form. Moderators, if you want to drop that link into the chat right now, drop your question in that form. That way I can get to it. But if you just say, hey, check out my thumbnails or something like that, I'm not doing that right now, so I'll probably skip over that. Okay, this one comes from VM Sultan. He says, I run a tech channel. What are your thoughts on tech channels in 2019? Does it still have hope in YouTube? Brother, does it still have hope in YouTube? What are you talking? Yes, 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 yes. Look, if you're just starting a channel today, there's plenty of room on YouTube. There's more and more people coming onto YouTube. YouTube itself as a platform is growing. It's expanding. There is plenty of room. That doesn't mean that it's easy. That doesn't mean that you're not going to work for it. You're going to hustle. You're going to bust your ass for it. You got to strategically put your videos together. You need to be a good presenter. You need to learn how to speak to the camera. You need to learn how to edit. You need to make your set look good, especially if you're a tech channel, right? Like you have to acquire these skills. You have to get that knowledge in order to put everything together. But if you put all the pieces of the puzzle together, you can absolutely grow 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. Look, if you're just starting your YouTube channel today, or if you haven't even uploaded yet and you're thinking, oh, maybe it's too late to get started, man, upload your video, get started. There's plenty of room on the platform. Competition's fierce, but if you are good, if you put in the work and you learn how to read your analytics, you'll make it. That doesn't mean you can probably, make a ton. It doesn't mean you're not going to necessarily be the next ninja or whatever, or the next, unbox therapy. You might be, but it's going to be a lot of work. By the way, who's watching right now? Is anybody watching right now who doesn't have any videos up, but they're thinking about starting a channel, or they're reluctant to start a channel? If you're in that position right now, just drop a hashtag thinking about it. Oh, that's you. So SmokeYT. Okay, so I would say this. If you're thinking about starting your channel, hey, Mike Van Doozy, you are a ninja, Mike Van Doozy. Okay, so there's a couple of you in here. Okay, so I would ask you, what is stopping you from starting your channel? Is there something that's getting in your way? Is there a hurdle that's getting in your way that's stopping you from putting that video online? And here's the thing, like, I want to help you guys. So You know what? I'm going to drop my email right now into the channel, or right into the chat. Hold on here. Nimminati at. So if you're serious about starting your YouTube channel and you haven't started, and you have a hurdle, whatever that hurdle is, I want you to email me. I just dropped it in the chat right now. Email me. Tell me what your hurdle is. Tell me what's stopping you from uploading, and let's brainstorm and try to figure out how we can get your first video up online, because I want you to succeed. I want you to start uploading. I want you to get into this thing that's called YouTube, because the people that you're going to meet, the interaction you're going to have with the community that's going to build up around your channel, it is incredible. It's going to be, I mean, everybody starts at zero. We all start at zero. We all start at zero. And you're going to grow at whatever speed you're going to grow at, but you are going to grow if you're uploading consistently. You know, show up, put in the work, be strategic about it, and you're going to grow. So email me and tell me what your hurdle is, and let's try to figure out how we can get you uploading, because I want to help you guys start uploading. Yeah, Stanley Orchard says that you are your only competition. That's absolutely right. And most of the time you are actually, you know, your brain, that's usually the only true hurdle. It's easy to throw a bunch of other excuses. Well, I can't do it because of this. Well, I can't do it because of that. But here's the thing, I don't have enough time. How many people think they don't have enough time to make content? I know for a fact that there's family people in here right now. Who has a family but still finds time to upload? If you're a family person, drop a hashtag family right now. Because, you know, I know, look, people have children, people have full-time jobs, people, you know, take their kids to soccer practice, to football practice, whatever it is. I know Hybrid Steel, I know you've got a family. He's got a baby, 2 babies that he's dealing with, and he still finds time to upload like a machine. Right? There you go. See, family people, they're busy. They have family life. Come on. How busy is that? You have serious responsibilities. So if they can find the time, you can find the time. Midnight Madness 4x4 says, can you throw a question? Can you throw my question from the forum? I'm pretty sure I found my answer. Okay, I'll skip it, Midnight Madness. Okay, so student. Okay, so even if you're a student, cat mom. Yeah, weird Heather. I had a feeling you were going to say that. Weird Heather. So even if you're a student, and because we get this a lot in Nimmin Live, people will say, hey, I'm a student. How do I balance YouTube with being a student? You balance YouTube with being a student just like you do anything else. It comes down to time management. You have to be mindful of where you're spending your time. Okay, now I know being a student, it takes up a lot of your time, but you need to look in the mirror, be real with yourself, and say, where am I wasting time? Am I wasting time? And this is an arguable thing. Like, I'm going to say, are you wasting time on Netflix? And it's fair to say that watching stuff on Netflix isn't a waste of time. But yeah, it is, right? Like, are you wasting time on Netflix? If so, how long? Are you wasting time just mindlessly scrolling through Instagram? Or are you wasting time on Reddit? Are you wasting time arguing in channels, you know, in comments? Are you arguing with people on forums? You know, where are you wasting your time? So you need to do like a realistic audit of your time, and then figure out, okay, I'm wasting an hour there. I'm wasting 2 hours here. I'm wasting 30 minutes here. Figure out where you're wasting that time. And then that's how you YouTube. Time management. And it's not easy, but time management is something that probably unless you're military, time management haunts us all, self included. I mean, I struggle all the time with time management. Hey, Patty, how are you doing? Nice of you to come in here. Gord says, people that want it, make it happen somehow. Some type of content take more work than others. Breakthrough, mess, and focusing on your own continuous improvement. Yeah, that's the thing. How bad do you want it? It always comes down to that. How bad do you want it? Everybody who dropped a hashtag family and they're uploading to YouTube, they want it bad, right? They want it bad enough to where they're finding time, whenever that is. You know, their baby, they've got to deal with their children. They have to, you know, be a husband, or they have to be a wife. They have to take their kids to school or pick them up from school, take them to other events, whatever. There's a lot to do with the family, right? But they still find time because they want it. So that. Yeah, I'll go on forever on that one. How bad do you want it? How bad, and that's true for anything in life, not just YouTubing. That's, how bad do you want to lose weight? How bad do you want to get in shape? How bad do you want to be an entrepreneur? How bad do you want that promotion? How bad do you want to be able to run? How bad do you know what I mean? Like, that applies to everything. How bad do you want it? And you're probably going to suffer to get it. But if you want it bad enough, put in the work. You'll find the time, I promise you that. But you have to do like a legit self-audit, look in the mirror, be real with yourself and say, all right, where am I wasting my time? And you can do that by actually looking at your phones. You can look at your phone. Your phones are going to tell you how much time you're actually wasting by looking at various websites and so on and so forth. Your phones can help monitor that. So you can say, Nick and I were talking about that tonight. We were sitting at Starbucks, and we were looking at our numbers on our phone, seeing where we were wasting time, how many hours we wasted time looking at this website or looking at this app. Now, I just wasted an unbelievable amount of time on Netflix because I was down for a week with my back. But now that I'm back in the game, I got to cut that out. I don't have time for that. Weird Heather says, screen time monitor is scary. Yes, it is. It's a hit to the face is what it is. That's reality hitting you in the face and then kicking you in the shin. Young Pilot says, D, is 100 subs in 2 months a good growth after just starting? Brother, it's fantastic. You have gained 100 people who are now interested in the content that you are making, and you've done that in just a couple of months. That's fantastic. And I know I say this a lot, but if you can get 100, you can get 1,000. If you can get 1,000, you can get 10,000, and so on and so forth. Whatever you did to get 100, just keep doing that. Scale it as you can. Studio Geek 2 says, how did you make your studio? Oh boy. So how many people watch Nimmin live? I know a lot of you, probably the majority of you, come in on Saturdays and watch Nimmin live. So if you do, type in yes right now. If you don't, then this is the only thing that you see in terms of the studio. So I might have to do a studio tour one of these days for those of you who don't know about Nimmin live. But the way we built this studio is we're in a shell. This is basically a condo. It's not that big. It's like a mid-sized condominium that we rented, and it's just empty, right? There's no sofas. Well, actually, we did put a sofa, but it didn't come with a bed. There's nothing in it. It's just an empty shell. So everything in here was built for the studio. And the squares that you see around us on Nimmin Live, we built those walls out of steel, like 1-inch steel, right? Not tubing, but like, the square steel. It's hollow on the inside. We welded those together, and then we put boards up around, and then we put the foam, this foam that you see right here, and then we put the LED lights behind. So if I put my finger here, I can put my finger behind. It drops down about this much, and the LED lights go behind. That's why it's creating a glow, and you're not actually seeing the bulb. And then in terms of the desk, we made the desk out of drywall, or not drywall, Paul Peck. We made the desk out of plywood and steel. Okay, so we do have some lag. RPM Nexus says, D, the stream is lagging. This has nothing to do. Okay, yeah. Thank you, RPM Nexus. Hold on here. I'm actually hearing some music. Hold on one second, guys. Alrighty. Let's see who just came in. Did Jeff Eatley just come in? Yeah, Jeff Eatley. Dude, I absolutely love your 2 new shooting rooms that you made. Those look so rad. I cannot wait to see what you're shooting in there. In my mind, like I have how I would light it. I hope it's got a little bit of mood to it, but I think it looks incredible, dude. So fist bump for that, man. I think it looks awesome. And you've got a great eye anyway, man. Such a good eye. Yeah. Okay, Flash in your pan. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. So yeah, back to Studio Geek. So like, if you're looking for specifics on how we did our studio in terms of like how we're doing the streaming, how we're doing the camera switching, or if you want me to take some pictures, like behind the scenes type pictures so you can see exactly how I built the walls, feel free to email me, dude. I'll absolutely help you out, and I'll snap some pictures and send them to you. But you need to be specific about what you're looking for, because we have a ton ton of stuff going on here in the studio. And, you know, for my stream, I'm just using the one camera right here, just one DSLR. It's an old camera. It's an old Canon. But then for Nimmin Live, we have 3 different cameras that we switch back and forth using Elgato Stream Deck. Motivation Theory says, dude, that wall looks like it's 10 feet away. You can touch it. Yeah, well, yeah, right here. This wall is about 2 feet away, if even that. Right? So here's the thing. Okay, this is really important. For those of you who are thinking about building a set, it could be a live streaming set. It could be a studio set to make your videos on. You know, it's Hollywood, right? Everything is smoke and mirrors. The only thing that matters is how it looks on camera. That's it, right? So if you're putting it together and you're like, oh, this looks janky, the top doesn't look right, it doesn't matter. If it does not show on the camera, it doesn't matter. And the cameras have an amazing way of making things look larger than they are. Like John said, this wall looks like it's far behind me, and it's because of the depth of field, right? It's a little bit out of focus in the way that the lens compresses, the 50mm lens, the way it compresses the image. It gives kind of that illusion that the wall is further behind me than it is. And the same thing applies if we did the front studio shot that we usually do on Nimmin Live. It looks like a large studio. First thing people say when they come into the studio, they walk in and they go, oh, this is a lot smaller than I thought. I know Nick and I did a behind the scenes. We took a camera at one time, did a behind the scenes thing. You know what? Should I try to do a behind the scenes right now? Are you guys interested in that? You guys interested in doing, do you want me to do like a backup shot and see like how everything looks? Is that, you're interested in that? Yes? Do it. Do it. Yes. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Here it comes. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to you guys while I need to set up a new scene right here on the fly inside of Streamlabs OBS, and I'm going to use an app. Fingers crossed that it's going to work. And I'll just back up and I'll just kind of do a look around really quick. And just to let you know, it's very messy right now because we're building 2 new sets. We have a top-down set that we're building over there for like overhead shots. And I've got my set that I'm working on over here. So let me see if I can get this up and running, and I'll do that. So we'll see, fingers crossed. And before I do that, I want to thank people who are sharing this out on Twitter. Super Dave USA, thank you, brother. Beanie Draws, thank you, brother. Got a little exorcist thing running down the stairs that is like super, super creepy. Beanie, like the Exorcist. Hey, El Jefe, how's it going, man? Hope you're doing well, brother. The boss is in the house. So a little known fact about me, the movie The Exorcist is like, for me, it's the scariest movie that I've ever seen. So when I saw that as a child, that imprinted like just absolute horror in my brain. So even as an adult, like I won't even watch it again. Like I have no interest in watching The Exorcist. So like I as an adult, I still have nightmares because of the Exorcist movie. Like that's how much it scared me. That like did some damage. Oh, Studio Geek 32 says, where's your iPhone XS? My iPhone XS is right here. So what I have going on right here, my iPhone XS, so when I do this, so basically, you know what? I'm going to see if it will look at my face in the screen here. Hold on. Let's see if we can trick it. Hold on one second. Will it unlock? Nope, it won't. So basically my iPhone XS is used for this, right? It's used for this. Whoa, what just happened here? Oh, look at that. We're gonna do some like awesome thanks right here. Little Heart, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, this is a great way. Yeah, this is the gift. Look at that. That's terrifying. Gaming with Ethan, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Matt Alice, thank you. Matt Alls, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it. Jay Scully, thank you so much for the share. Much appreciated, brother. Yeah, so this is actually how you do the Twitter thank yous right here. Right? I like this. So anyway, my XS is doing it. Is used for this. And the way what I'm doing is I have the Lightning to HDMI connector right here. Then that's running with an HDMI cable into the Elgato Cam Link. The Elgato Cam Link, and that plugs USB into my desktop computer. And then once I'm in Streamlabs, I use that as a video source. Then I pull the phone in as a video source, and I go in and I add a filter inside of Streamlabs to crop it, right? Like I crop the actual image, and let me show you what I did here. This is how it comes into OBS like this. And then I made a transparent PNG image. Well, I didn't make it, I used one online, and this is the actual iPhone border, and I stuck it on top. So when I layered it up, it actually looks like this. So I get asked a lot how I actually do this, and that's how I do it. And I actually made, I made a couple of different scenes. So this is one scene to where it's up close, because if I'm trying to show you how to do something up close, I want to be able to zoom it in and show you. But I have one like this where it's further away. So basically I just used the same source inside of Streamlabs, and then I just shrunk it down, then I shrunk the image down. I forgot. Yeah, El Jefe Review says I forgot the notch. I actually removed the notch on this one on purpose. So on the small one, I've got the notch. On the large one, I actually took the notch out because when I enlarge it, I don't want anything to actually distract you guys. And then, of course, I made a second one. My Android is actually not connected now, but if it were connected, you would see the Android over on the right and the iPhone on the left. So if I'm doing like Android and iPhone comparisons with channels, you see the two side by side there, but my Android is not connected today. So I hope that answers your question. Ah, gotcha. The notch, man, the notch. Glue Guns and Roses, how are you doing? Says, people who ask how to get more subs. D in this stream is a great example. People are really engaged with each other and feel a connection to the D channel. Hey, exactly. So this is something I was talking about earlier about building a community. When if you're new, and those of you who are just getting started or thinking about starting your channel, think about building community. If you build community, it means that people they're going to watch your content. They're going to watch your videos. They're going to leave comments, right? Those numbers will come if you focus on building a community as well. And you see right here, like it's, right? People know each other. People get to recognize each other. Kodak WK, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. You get to know people, right? I remember when El Jefe first came into Nimmin Live, and then we got to break bread with El Jefe, which was an honor. It's amazing to meet you guys face to face, and that's what these conventions are for, like VidCon, Social Media Marketing World, Vid Summit. Like, I got to meet Dale, Self-Publishing with Dale. I got to meet Jeff Eatley. I got to meet Dr. Sten. I got to meet so many people, and that's just so rad, man. Just so rad. But the community that builds up around what you're doing, it's a powerful thing. So I urge you, I absolutely urge you to don't just focus on numbers, focus on building your community as well as making quality content, solving problems, providing value. And Mike Van Doozy, you said it right, says breaking bread and breaking kneecaps. I love that. El Jefe, you need a shirt like that, breaking bread and breaking kneecaps. I absolutely love that. Jeff Eatley says, D. Nimmin, are you into cars? Not in Thailand. I'm not. Okay, so here I drive a scooter. This is yeah, so I had a BMW in America, and then I got rid of that and got a 4x4 Jeep Cherokee, and then I traded all of that in for a scooter. Now I ride a scooter in Thailand. So yes, I like cars. My favorite car, I like the BMW, but I had a 1972 Cadillac Eldorado, right? Ox blood red, white leather interior, white convertible top. That was like, whew, yeah. So yeah, I like classic cars. I would love to have some over here, but it's not practical. If I end up back in the U.S. someday, then yeah, I'll probably get maybe get another classic car. Midnight Madness Robert says you traded in a Jeep. Well, I didn't have a choice. So when I decided, okay, I'm going to live in Thailand full time, because I got to the point where I had a place in Thailand and I had a place in Los Angeles. And those of you in California, you know how expensive California is. I think I was paying like I don't know, $1,700 a month rent in California. And I had like a nice place in Thailand. And then when I realized that I was spending more time in Thailand than I was back in the US, I said, okay, I need to make this change, because I obviously want to be in Thailand. So then I came over here, and it didn't make sense to keep the Jeep anymore, right? So came over here, got a scooter, and Bob's your uncle. Gaming with Ethan sounds normal for Cali. Yeah, this was like, 15 years ago. I don't know what the prices are now, but this is like 15 years ago. So it was like $1,700 like 15 years ago. But it was a nice place though, even back then. All right, I'm going to jump back into the forum, man, because these are piling up. We're going to go way sidetracked here. And guys, and by the way, thanks for hanging out. Those of you who are hanging out with me on this Sunday. We're going to see if anybody else has actually shared this out. Yep, here they come. Josephine DeSmet, thank you so much for the share. I'm actually going to do it on this one because I like it better. Hold on one second here. Woohoo! Grabbed a 20-minute break to learn from the best. Thank you, Jeff Eatley. Josephine DeSmet, thank you so much. Simply Mayte, thank you, much appreciated. El Jefe, always thank you, brother. Palico, thank you. Flash in your pan, thank you. Studio Geek, thank you. Much love. Blackjack, you too. Thank you, brother. Thank you guys so much for the shares, man. Much appreciated. All righty, I'm going to jump back into the forum. This time, I mean it. Let's see what is going on. I think I just skipped somebody by accident. One second here. So, Gaming with Ethan says, so my friend is really good at making cartoon people. That's cool. And she's making one that looks a lot like me at this moment. Should I have this as my profile pic with my channel color in the background and have my logo kept in my banner? Or should I keep my original logo icon as my profile pic? All right, man, I'm not going to pull you up on my phone right here, but I'm going to do a quick look on the desktop and see what you got. Okay, you have okay, you know what? I am going to pull you up because we're going to crowdsource this. We're going to mastermind this. So give me just a second here. We're going to get you pulled up. Let me see. We're going to find out what people are into here. We're going to get their opinion. So Gaming with Ethan. Gaming with Ethan. Let's find you, Ethan. Where are you at? Gaming with Ethan. There you are. Okay, so the question is, and you guys are going to help Ethan decide this. Boy, what is wrong with this? Okay, hold on, everybody. Okay, here we go. So here's the question. Gaming with Ethan wants to know if he should change his profile picture and remove the player, the controller, with a cartoon image of himself. So should he change his profile picture to a cartoon image of himself, or should he leave his control player in the profile picture? What do you guys think? Yes? Yes as in he should change it, right? Change it, change it, change it, change it, change it. Gord Eisman says a controller is redundant at the moment. Gord Eisman, I totally agree with you. Okay, so it's an overwhelming change it right here. Overwhelming. Change it, change it, change it. There you go. Overwhelming. Hands down. Change it. So there you go, brother. Change it. All right. On to the next question. By the way, I need to see how long I've been streaming. Okay. On to the next question. Matt Alls says, do you have any recommendations for Facebook groups to join? Awesome question. Also, I love your video, man. You helped me make a banner and logo, and you also help my friends because I recommend you. Dude, thank you so much. Yes, there are Facebook groups that I recommend you join. I don't have Facebook open right now. Nick, if you're in here and you're able, or any of the moderators, if you're able, if you want to drop a link to Nick's Facebook group or Brian G. Johnson's Facebook group, Tube Ritual, go ahead and drop those links into the chat right now. I don't have Facebook open on this computer. If nobody drops a link, you can email me directly and I will send you links so you can get in from there. Yeah, I know Nick's here, but I don't know if he's actually busy at the moment. He might be getting like a foot rub, or it might be eating or something like that. And I was just told I missed a super chat. So give me just a second. I'm going to come back. By the way, thank you for everyone who's dropping a super chat. It says, are we going to see the studio? And why are you not living in the U.S.? Okay, Studio Geek 2. First of all, dude, thank you so much. Did you drop a lot of super chats, man? Seriously? Thank you, man. You rock. I'm going to say I'm not in. Okay, El Jefe's got him right there. Thank you, El Jefe. Appreciate it. I'm not in the U.S. for several reasons. But the main reason is foot massages are really cheap in Thailand. Right? No, that's not true. It is true that they're cheap. But no, the main reason is Asia, specifically Thailand, when I came here, it was different than anything that I'd ever seen. The smells were different. The language was different. The colors are different. You know what I mean? Like when you're in the U.S., there's a certain people tend to use certain colors to make things. You come to Asia, people use different colors to make things. The music is different. The culture is different. How you have to interact with people, everything is completely different. And it was so stimulating and it was so bizarre at the time that, I was in the first time I came to Thailand, I think I was like 30, maybe. Yeah, maybe 30, early 30s, something like that when the first time I came over here. But yeah, the language is different. Yeah, it's very different. But like, it was so stimulating. And for my personality, if I'm not stimulated on a regular basis, that probably came out weird. I need constant stimulation in order to keep my attention. And it was just like full on engagement. And it still is that way. Like every time I leave my condo, from the time I walk out the door till the time I get home, it is just full on engagement. Like the roads are crazy. The sidewalk, like people drive on the sidewalks, right? People drive the wrong side of the roads. It's insanity, but I need that. Like as my personality, like I thrive on that. Elite Fitness, how's it going? Is that who I think it is? Quan, is that you, brother? Elite Fitness? Is that you, my man? Jeff Itley says, thoughts about cartoon banner instead of real me. Getting one done of my boss this week. Talking Bayou Garage channel. Also, logo thoughts. Thoughts about my cartoon on my banner. Oh, okay, Jeff. Let me check you out, man. I'm going to pull you up on the phone here. Oh, that's not you. Okay, I thought you were. I have a friend who has a similar looking avatar and stuff. I thought you were somebody else, but cool, man. Hope you're having a good one, Elite Fitness. So Jeff Eatley, give me 1 second here. Jeff Eatley. 1 second. Let's get you pulled up. Why am I not finding you? Oh, it's Jeffrey. I knew better than that. Jeffrey Eatley. Jeffrey Eatley. We're going to look at the cartoon on your banner. And it would help if I could spell it. EY. Here we go. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm looking at. Okay, 1 second here. Okay, so the question is, thoughts about a cartoon in my banner instead of the real me. Getting one done of my boss this week. Talking Bayou Garage channel. Oh, okay, Jeff. Is Bayou Garage channel the name of a new channel? I'm sorry, man. Did I pull up the wrong channel? Bayou Garage. Okay, give me a second here. Sorry about that, man. I was trying to find you and I didn't see you. Okay, hold on. I'm a little bit slow today. So let's see. Bayou Garage. Yeah, it's difficult to look at a phone and keep track of what's going on there in the chat. So Jeff, is this the correct one? Okay, yeah, that's you right there. All right. Subscribed. Thoughts about the cartoon banner instead of the real me. Also logo thoughts. Bayou Garage for logo thoughts. I actually really like your logo, man. It looks like a car emblem. It looks like a classic car emblem. I think that's really cool. I dig that. The cartoon image of you. Man, that's tough. I personally would rather see a picture of you on there over a cartoon because you're such a talent that I think you're doing like and this is my personal opinion. We're going to see what the viewers here think in a second, what everybody else thinks. First, I want to say I like how it looks. I think it looks great, but I think you're so talented and you're such a unique person and such a unique creator that I think you're doing a disservice to yourself by not putting your real picture on there. This is what I personally think, because I think like in terms of like becoming like an authority and people getting to know Jeff Eatley even more, I think the more you put your own picture up there, I think that's going to be helpful. Having said that, I think the cartoon actually looks good. Like graphically speaking, it looks good. But I would go with a real photo just because you're a real photographer. You know what I mean? Like, because you're doing like real things, you know, like if you're a gaming channel or something like that, or an animation channel or an art channel, I would say, yeah, this works. But because of what you're doing, and because I think more people should know who you are, get to know your face and that sort of thing, I would go with the real image. What do you guys think? Real or cartoon? I see some of you posting already. So yeah, a lot of people are saying real pic, because it's going to be me and my boss. Okay, well, if it's going to be two of you, maybe put both of your pictures in there if they're interested. If not, if he doesn't want to do it or she doesn't want to do it, then I would just put your picture up there. You know, and if your boss comes along, that's fine. Snowy Rain says, after your points, I'd go real. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, like I said, you know, Jeff, you're unbelievable talent. And I would definitely put your face out there as much as humanly possible. Let people get to know Jeff Eatley, the creator, Jeff Eatley, the photographer. And like I said, I personally believe you would be doing yourself a disservice by putting a cartoon image up there. I think you're kind of like not to discredit anyone who has a cartoon image, but based on what you're doing, I personally think you're above that, if that makes any sense. Okay, I saw two super chats come in. Crunch Gaming says, new gaming channel as of about 4 months ago. Is a real pic to create a brand better utilized in a small profile pic or the larger banner? In terms of a logo, it depends on your logo. It depends on the real pic. So let's say, okay, you see Jeff Eatley right here. So he's putting a logo in his profile picture, and he's enlarged that, and it actually works. So he's built a logo that's legible inside the profile picture. So if you are putting a profile picture, like Gaming with Ethan, he had the gaming controller. Real simple, easy to understand. A lot of people, when they put logos or put icons and stuff in a profile picture, it's too small or the fonts are difficult to read and you can't really tell what's going on. Now, looking at it on a phone, it's not that big of a deal. But when you go look at it, you know, in somebody's comments, because believe it or not, as you're commenting on other people's videos, people will click on your profile. They want to go see what's going on sometimes. So it helps to definitely put a face in there, or at least a picture or some sort of an image that they can see what it is, rather than what the hell is that? In terms of like your brand, all of that stuff, absolutely put that in your channel header. And if I'm not understanding your question, I apologize. Please correct me. I'm going to read that again, though, just to make sure. It's about 4 months ago. It's a real pic to create a brand better utilized in a small profile picture. Yeah, I mean, as a gaming channel, okay, if you were not a gaming channel, I would have a different answer. But as a gaming channel, you might want to think about, see, a cartoon picture would work there. An icon would work there. Like Gaming with Ethan had a control picture. Your logo, like I think it says Crunch. Yeah, Crunch Gaming. If that's your profile picture, I think that works. It's simple. The font is easy enough to read. I don't think it's necessary to put your face in a profile picture as a gaming channel. I don't think that's going to matter too much. But up in your channel banner, you absolutely want that large up there. I hope that answered your question. Correct me if I didn't answer that correctly. And I think somebody else dropped a super chat that I missed. 1 second here. I'm going to scroll down here. Okay, Kenyon Robinson says, what's editing app besides KineMaster? Okay, it depends on what your platform is. If you're on an Android or if you are on an iPhone. If you're on an Android, I'm going to recommend, besides KineMaster, I'm going to recommend Power Director. I'm going to recommend InShot. I'm going to recommend Video Leap. You know what? Do I have... 1 second here. I'm going to drop a video. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put a video in right now. I'm going to link to a video that I go over some other video editing apps. So give me just 1 second here, and I'm going to pull these up. I got to find the right one. Okay, so here's what I've got. I've got the 12 best video editing apps for 2019. And KineMaster is going to be in here, so just ignore that one when it shows up. 1 second. Let's drop this into the chat. All right, so this is the 12 best video editing apps for 2019. There are a ton of Android apps in there. There are some iPhone apps in there as well. Okay, if you're on an iPhone. Okay, dude, thanks. If you're on an iPhone, you want the absolute best video editing app for an iPhone besides KineMaster, I would go with LumaFusion. I'm going to tap that in there right now. Luma. If you don't know what that is, LumaFusion. Yeah, I think they actually call it, when you download it, I think it's called like, what's it on a phone? Do I have it on this one? One second here. I think they actually rename it to like Luma Go or something like that. 1 second here. The Countryside Outdoorsman. Can I get a review from Fixed Stuff from last week? Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. 1 second here for the video editing. Yeah, so LumaFusion when you download it, but it's called Luma Touch. This is what it's going to, oops. Yeah, it's called Luma Touch once you actually put it in. That's the best one for iOS, right? Like besides KineMaster. LumaFusion or Luma Touch. It's $20, $19 or $20. It's a one-time fee. It's not something that you have to keep paying a subscription on. It's a one-time fee. If you need something free on your iPhone, then I would go with Vlogit. Vlogit. Flash in Your Pan says, I use Android. What is a good video editor? Flash in Your Pan, same thing for you, man. KineMaster or Power Director. Those are probably the two top ones for Android. If you need something free, you can use Vlogit. But there's other apps as well, like Video Leap, Video Charge, and that sort of thing. Again, I'm going to drop a link again to this video right here. I go over 12 apps in this video that I think are going to be good apps for 2019. Some of them are free. Some of them are paid. Oh, you did get a brand new phone, Flash in Your Pan. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, watch that video, dude. I go over them. But if you want like the best one, I'm KineMaster or Power Director if you're on Android. Yeah, Motivation Theory says I use Power Director for 4 years. Jeff Eatley, man. You have hate to go and leave to create more content. I get it. Have a good one, brother. LumaFusion is $19.99. Thanks, Cricket. Appreciate it. Hold on here. Yeah, so the Countryside Outdoorsman. Let's get you pulled up right now, the Countryside Outdoorsman. Get that out of the way. And just so you guys know, I'm not doing like normal channel reviews today. So if you're thinking about doing that, you don't have to drop a super chat right now. He came back from a previous thing. He fixed some things that he was working on. So that's why I'm pulling him up. But I'm not going to get into like a bunch of super chats today. I just want to hang out with you guys. And I mean, I don't want to get into a bunch of channel reviews. I just want to hang out and talk to you guys and answer your questions. So the Countryside, let's find you, the Countryside Outdoorsman. There you are. Let me get you pulled up. 1 second here. Boom. Okay, so I need to think for a second about what we talked about the last time. Okay, so the Countryside Outdoorsman. The changes, were we talking about your channel banner? Were we talking about thumbnails? If you can just give me like a little refresher on that, because I remember your channel being pulled up, but I don't remember exactly. I think we talked about 2 different things, but I'm not sure what you actually changed. In terms of your channel banner, new video every Wednesday, hunting and fishing. I love that. Channel banner and thumbnail. Okay. Yeah, I love the fact that you're telling them what you're doing. That brings clarity to the channel. And I like how you're putting orange. Okay, now this is the difficult thing. You've got like your earthy background going on, which is cool. And then you've got like the orange, the Countryside Outdoorsman. Then you've got your deer on there, your elk or whatever it is. And you're using orange. And I'm guessing you're using orange because that whole like camouflage and orange thing, that's kind of like a hunting thing. I get that. However, the orange is a little bit difficult to read. Do you guys agree that the orange is difficult to read on the top, or do you think that's easy to read? Maybe my old eyes just think that it's difficult. So is this easy to read, or is that not easy to read? So, okay, so some people say it's hard. Okay. Wait, what? Cricket says, I didn't even know it's the Super Bowl. Is today the Super Bowl? Man, I live in Thailand. I had no idea. Is today the Super Bowl? Didn't know that. Okay, so a lot of people say it's hard to read. So I like how you have your message up there saying that, you know, new video every Wednesday, hunting and fishing. That's perfect. What I would do is I would come back and I would change the color of the text that you're putting on the background for your actual logo and the Countryside Outdoorsman. Like I said, I get what you're doing, and that's clever, but it's just kind of hard to read. But that being said, I would keep the orange behind your profile picture. That works. In terms of your thumbnails, again, be mindful of the timestamp. Oh, no, you made it in, knife collection. I'm sorry, I thought there was something underneath there. So yeah, that works. What my friends killed this year. All right. Yeah, so I think your thumbnails are working. I would go into your analytics. You might have to go into a browser on your phone if you're just a mobile content creator and go in and check the CTR on that. If you don't know how to do that, I've got a video on that, or you can just email me and I can show you how to do that. But I think your thumbnails are working. One thing that I might try though, because you are a hunting channel, like how you're putting yourself like in the corner here, like my fishing rod arsenal, like, oh, you're not using that as a, I'm sorry, I thought you were using that as an identifying mark. So I'm not going to say that. But one thing I was thinking is if you took like the top of your deer head from your logo and you kind of stuck that like in the same spot on every thumbnail, like on the bottom left-hand corner or something like that, you know, deer head with the antlers, I think that might look kind of cool if you find the right color. But I would go back and just change the color of what's going on up into the header. The images I think are fine in your thumbnail. Again, I would go in and check the CTR in those to see if they're performing well. Look at the click-through rate to see if these are actually working for you or not. Your view count is kind of low. You're just getting started, so you might not have a lot of data yet to work on. But at a glance, I think they're okay to keep going. And I think everybody agrees in the chat right now to just change the color. Change the color of what's going on up there in the header, and I think you're good to go. And I completely got sidetracked about the studio tour, right? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to swap a battery out right there, and then I'm going to come right back, and then we'll get into the studio thing. So sit tight. Whoa. You got to love going live. So, right? So I came over, hit the go again, and then I didn't even have the camera on. So you got to love that. You got to love that. Okay, so here's what I need to do. I'm not actually set up to do this with my phone, but I'm going to try to work this out here while I'm talking to you guys. So hold on here. And what I'm going to do, the way I'm going to try to do this, I'm going to walk you through what I'm doing here. Inside of Streamlabs OBS, NDI phone, they have this. So I need to do this in studio mode, so hang tight, guys. So they have a thing called NDI. And there's an app that you can download, and I have it on my iPhone, and I'm not 100% sure if they have it for Android or not, but give me 1 second here. I need to see, where is it? Oh, don't tell me, did I delete this? Oh, there it is, live stream. Okay, it's called New Tech NDI. That's the name of the app. And the way this is going to work is I have to go into Streamlabs and I need to add a new source. And the source is going to be the NDI source. And guys, I'm making this up on the fly, so we might have some mistakes here, so just bear with me. So you add an NDI source. And then when you add the NDI source, then Yeah, New Tech NDI. It's New Tech, T-E-K. I'm going to type it in the chat right now. Hey, Mifris Gaming, how you doing? So it's New Tech NDI. One second here. NDI. And guys, this is probably going to get a little bit sloppy for a while because I'm literally building this scene on the fly. So we might have some feedback or something like that. So just bear with me. If you want to see what's going on here, then we have to build this out. And we're going to do this on the fly. This is live. I love it. I love improvising, right? I love this. Okay, so what I'm doing is when I tap on the NDI plugin on my phone, right? Like that, this is what it's seeing. It's going to use the camera in my phone, and it's going to wirelessly send the signal to Streamlabs, fingers crossed, if everything works correctly. So just give me a second here, and I'm going to try to get this set up. Let's see, source name. Yep, that works. Okay, here, 1 second, NDI. Why is this not working? I want to mute. I don't want any audio. Nope, we don't want audio. Give me just a second here. I need to figure out why this is not actually coming. Let's see, allow hardware acceleration. Okay, so it's actually not working. Give me just a second here, guys. Maybe I have to actually hit go. Oh, got it. Okay, so 1 second. Okay, now this is going to be shaky, and I hope that we don't have any audio problems. Let me actually come here to the audio. 1 second here, NDI. We're going to kill the audio. So it's possible that you're not going to hear me, and you're probably not going to hear me too well. But okay, so here's what we're doing. I'm going to make this live right now. So here we go. Okay, so there's no sound. Okay, we're going to get the sound taken care of. 1 second here. Unmute D. Yep, 1 second here. So the last time I did this on Nimmin Live, we have it set up over there, but we were getting feedback. So I did the exact same thing here, and for some reason it's not working. So we're going to try something else here. All right, 1 second. Okay, how about now? Can you hear audio now? How about now? Can you hear? No audio, no audio, no audio. Negative. Yes, you can hear me now? We're good? Okay, guys, perfect. Perfect. All right, yeah, the problem was I just had to make sure that it was not going to give me any feedback. So again, the office, the studio here is incredibly messy, but I'll show you what this looks like. So, can you still hear me? So here's what's going on. I'm going to back away here and show you what we've built. And again, this is like super messy. So those of you who watch us on Nimmin Live, you're going to see something like this, right? You see our set where I sit and where Nick sits, right? And what we have is we have our cameras set up, right? Like I've got a camera here this is the camera that's on me today, and then we have another camera that shoots me, right? And what we actually did here, you see this has a top to it, right? It's about, here's Gary V shoes, by the way. Vid Summit, Gary V shoes. This is about, I'm 6'1", and this is about 3 or 4 inches taller than me, okay? I'm gonna come over here and see what you guys are saying real quick before I continue. Clouds and dirt, that's messy. Yeah, so what we've actually done is we did a lot of this. We just went to like the home store. I bought some track lighting. I put some little track lights in and diffused it here, right? We've got some other lights up there that's off for this. I've got a light up here. We've got a soft box here that's just bouncing off, so we're softening that. I've got another light up here, right? Oops, another light up here. So what this is over here, this is actually down at the moment, but I'm in the process of building a rig to shoot down on, a down shot. So these globe lights turn on and they actually soften the lights. The camera goes here and points down, and then I can change out whatever goes down here. I have different backgrounds like woods and stuff like that, so I can just slide them on top of here and do a down shot. I just clip my camera up here or whatever device we use, and it shoots down. So this is a work in progress, and here's the tablet that I was talking about. This is just like extra gear, Stormtrooper, and of course we do literally fly the M&M flags. We're not joking about that. So this is all just like extra gear laying around, stuff that we might come in and use this for something, or we got all kinds of different mics and grips and boxes stuff, different phones, right? Gimbals, different gimbals, audio things, lighting, bigger cameras for like more pro production stuff. I like to keep stuff in here organized, like the zooms. We got a bunch of different zooms, shotgun mics in here, different lavalier microphones. Of course, stickers, if you give us stickers, they go in here. We have different lenses for DSLRs, GoPro accessories. And of course, stuff like this, Apple Watches, charging stations, of course, Stormtrooper helmet, Mandalorian helmets. So, yeah. I'm probably like losing tons of people right now. No sticker wall. That's a lot of things. Yeah, that is a lot of things, but that's just part of it. So here's another part that we're building. So this is part of my old set. You guys probably recognize the Edison bulbs here. And the way I've got them set up is these things are on a dimmer. So I can turn them on, right? I can turn these on in them. Right? And all of these, that one, and that, and this, these are Philips Hue bulbs, so they can change colors. Right? So those of you who, right, like so if we're shooting here, you're going to see something, whoa, you're going to see something that kind of looks like that. Right? So anyway, there's a new set getting built here. All the artwork that people has given us, that's going to end up here, as well as like over here. And like other things for stickers, right? Like, we've got like one of my skateboards, stickers that people give us. It all ends up on stuff like this, right? So, yeah, so that's what's going on there. And then this is really filthy here, but this is like a legit workstation where I do like cosplay stuff. So I've got like, paints and stuff like that, work on my armor. You guys have seen this stuff before. But this is a mess right now because I'm moving stuff around. But I got all my supplies. I've got my phone here, boxes for organization, tools, that sort of thing, battery charging. I'm kind of like a temporary station there. So the back of this is what we built this stuff with. So this, let me back up and show you even deeper. So as you come in, I've got prayer flags that I brought back from Nepal. So those will kind of give us a good luck as we come into the studio, right? So this is what it kind of looks like from the back end. And if you're wondering why these lights are different colors, because when we stream on them live, we go blue. But when I stream, I actually make one of them purple and I turn the bottom one off. But we can change the colors of those. And then the back side, I've put some sound absorbing material on here. And by the and I do things like this too. Like we've got Velcro along here, so we can put the remote controls for the color changers. We just stick everything on here. Clamps also use, you know, to hold cables. Let me get the light. Sorry. So we've got extra cables that are hanging around down here. This is all soundproofing stuff to help deaden the sound inside the room. But so this is just a PVC pipe that I painted black, and this is just steel. These are just really thin walls that are made out of steel. And as you see, there's like the little groove here for the LED lights. There's one on the top, and then there's one down on the bottom. And I hope you guys were able to hear me. Absolutely love room tours, right? So, yeah. So yeah, so the desk, I'll continue. So this desk is also made out of steel. This is made out of steel, and it's got the metal grates on here and the TubeBuddy logo. So this is steel too, and this logo is Velcroed on. So if we want to upgrade this or put something else here, this pops off, and there's Velcro behind it. And behind this wall over here, there's a Velcro holder where different signs can actually get hung up and Velcroed on. There's a whole other workstation back there. But that's all made out of steel. And like I said, everything is like really messy right now. Hold on, we're gonna get out of here. Whew. Okay, let me turn this off. So yeah. Hold on here. Let me shut this down 1 second, and then wow, there's 72 people still watching. I actually thought that I would lose half of you guys when I did that. Okay. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. So I'm going to actually come in and answer your studio questions now. And I'm sure you have a bunch of them. So if you have a question, so I can keep track of the questions, here's what I want you to do. If you have a question about the studio or anything that I just showed you, at me like this, at me D, Nimmin, and then ask your question so I know that it's a question. Okay, Katie Fry says, you and Nick have a great studio. Thank you. Like I said, it's incredibly messy right now because I'm working on 2 sets, and literally stuff is everywhere. Water bottles are everywhere. We haven't cleaned up because my back has been out, right, for a week. So I'm usually the one that handles all the studio stuff. So I haven't been in here to clean up the water bottles or anything since my back went out, because I was actually in here when my back blew out, and nothing has been picked up since. Okay, so I'm going to get in here and start answering your questions here. Let's see here. Star-Lord says, nice to see the Nimmins rocking the Behringer mixer. You guys should rock the Yamaha digital one. Well, we don't have that here. So that's the other thing. So we live in Thailand, and we're limited to not only just gear, but we have to get gear that works on our electrical over here, right? We have a difficult time. I think if you're in Europe, we use the same as you maybe, but it's different in the US. So we have to be careful about the gear that we actually use, and we're limited to what we can actually get. But for this mixer, we're actually pretty happy with it. And when this thing goes, when it blows out or burns up or whatever, we'll probably get something else. All right, moving along to the next question here. Yeah, M&M's for D. Yeah, so no joke, we have 2 M&M flags flying in here. The original goal was, and you're going to laugh about this, and one of these days I might actually do it, I was going to get like a little computer fan, right? Like a little 12-volt computer fan, and I was going to put it up on the back sides of the wall and hook them up to where it's always blowing just a slight breeze, so the M&M flags are always waving. Because, why not? Okay, Beanie Draw says, where did you get the TubeBuddy sign printed, or did TubeBuddy supply the sign? Okay, so Nick took the TubeBuddy logo. If you go to TubeBuddy, they actually provide you with, their logo, PNG files, that sort of thing. Nick took their logo and actually built the sign, or I gave him the dimensions. I said, okay, here's how big the sign needs to be. Give me a graphic file, 300 DPI, because if you're going to print something, it works best 300 DPI. Then I took it to a local printer. It They printed it on a thing called plastwood. It's like a mixture of wood and plastic. It's white on the back side. And they basically printed it out. They stuck it on there. Then they put a matte sticker on top of it so there's no gloss on it when the light hits it. And then I put Velcro on the back and slapped it up in there. Believe it or not, I think it only cost maybe $10 to print that out, maybe even less. And then that's the thing, because I got in a fight that time. The day we got that, I was showing up in the studio, and we had this drunk guy in our building, and we actually got in a fight. And when I dropped that, he picked it up and started hitting me with it. I've been beat by that too, buddy sign. All right. Hybrid Steel says, I've got to go now. Peace out, man. Have a good one, dude. Hold on here. Says, oops, hold on here. That just kind of jumped up really fast. I just lost you guys in the chat. 1 second here. Okay, questions are pouring in. Okay, Marshall Talks Tech says, how long did it take you to build the first set? Fantastic question. So, and by the way, the foam that you see here, the foam that I showed you guys in the background, those are individual square pieces. Each piece has 9 little squares in one piece, and they're all Velcroed on. You know, there's Velcro on the back and it connects to the wall. So if we want to move this or rearrange it or take some of them down and put logos up there or put, you know, LCDs on there or whatever, we can do that. I don't know. It took a couple of months to put this all together because I planned everything out. I measured, you know, I designed everything, and then I had to find builders because I'm not a very good welder. So I had to find welders, local welders, to help me actually, you know, weld things and put it together. And then we kind of put it together in pieces. The desk took a while. The walls took a while. I don't know, a couple months, 2 or 3 months, maybe. Rabbit Carol, I'm glad you like it. Photofin says, did you answer any of my questions while I was gone? Yeah, dude, you were the first person, and I answered several of your questions. The Claremont Gaming says, can you tell me the app that can edit your vids? Dude, I just dropped a video. I'm going to drop it again. That link shows you the 12 best apps for 2019. Mia Diva Rodriguez says, can I adopt you and help me make my studio? Yeah, absolutely. I'm totally up for that. You can't adopt me. But I'll tell you who has the best studio. Geeks Life. Geeks Life has hands down the best studio on the internet. And their studio is actually the inspiration to do this. And back to my original point, I got way sidetracked here. So the only thing that matters with all this is what's on camera. You saw how messy everything is. You see that there's actually a ceiling in here. You see that it's, you know, these walls only go so high, but the camera doesn't see any of that. All right. So the only thing that matters when you're building your sets, when you're putting all this stuff together, is what the camera sees. So don't get caught up in that whole thing. Like, oh, I need everything to look perfect. You just need what the camera sees to look good. Diecast Madness says, who designed it? I designed it. I designed the walls. I designed the desk thing. I designed everything, and then basically I would design it, and I would print mock-ups, and I would sit down with Nick, and I'd say, what do you think about this? And he would say, nope, don't like it. Or he'd say, oh, yeah, we got to go with that. So there was a lot of back and forth until we were both happy with the designs. Initially, like this wall that you see behind me, this bluish wall back here, that was supposed to be the same iron fencing, that grid that you saw in the front of the desk. That was going to be, this whole thing was going to be like that iron looking grid. But when we printed it out and we looked at it, it looked more like it was going to be like a gaming channel, right? With the LEDs, and everything was like metal, and it was steel, and it looked like it was like for a gaming channel. So we thought, that's a little too gamey. So we didn't go with that. Matt Alice says, so it's just steel for the live streams. Well, yeah, I mean, there's steel, there's PVC, there's foam, there's drywall, it's a mix of everything in here. Photofin says, what put your back out? That's a great question. I was actually over there in my other set that I'm working on. I was bending over to adjust one of the floor lights, and boom, there goes the disc. Out it goes. Midnight Madness says, that's nothing to you. You've seen how messy my garage is. Yes, I have. And that's the thing. Anybody who has a workspace, you know how messy all this stuff can get, especially if you're always trying to upgrade things. Like, the stuff can get really, really messy. Flash in your pan says, one rehash on a phone editor question. What is the link to the video that shows you how to remove the watermark on KineMaster? I'm going to drop that to the link right now. So here's the thing, Flash in your pan. When you remove the watermark, you have to use their music. And when you use their music, you cannot monetize any video that uses their music. That's their way of saying, hey, you can remove the watermark, but we're going to get paid one way or the other. So you can pay by buying the app, or you can pay by allowing them to monetize your actual video. If you want to use something without a watermark, use Vlogit. Vlogit. I'm putting it in the chat right now. It's totally free. There's no watermark. Stoutimon TV says, is that a free app, and what audio settings did you use with it? Okay, the NewTek NDI, that is not a free app. I paid for that. I honestly don't remember how much it costs. Somebody feel free to look that up and let me know. But I bought that a while ago, and it actually works pretty easy. You just add the ND filter here or the ND video source inside of Streamlabs. Then you put it in your phone, and as soon as you hit the record button on your phone, it just pops up as a video source. You have to make sure that your audio settings are set up properly inside of Streamlabs, though, because it has an audio setting here in NDI as well. You just got to make sure if that's turned on. You got to make sure that you're not getting an echo. If you are, you can just turn down any microphone that you have going on in the sources. It's actually really easy to use. You don't have to read any instructions. It's just you can figure it out in like 3 minutes, just kind of doodling with it. Doodling. Rizflex Movies. Hi, D. You're very inspiring. Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I get inspired by you guys. You know, you guys fuel me. The more people, the more as the community builds, it inspires me and it inspires Nick to do better. We always had this conversation about how can we do better? How can we level up? How can we take things to the next level? How can we improve? How can we do things to improve, to include the community more? We're constantly thinking of ways to improve everything for us and for you. And we get that inspiration from you guys. So thank you for that. Supreme Nick says, if you don't have a lot of views, does it mean there's going to unsubscribe from your channel? No. Like most people, that like your view count and your subscriber count, that's never going to match. For example, I just hit 20,000 subscribers, but my videos don't have 20,000 views, right? Like I might have a video with like 2,000 views or 3,000 views, but I got 20,000 subscribers. On the flip side, I've got a video with 300,000 views, but I only have 20,000 subscribers, right? If people subscribe to your channel, it's because they like what you're, as long as you're not doing sub for sub, they like what you're doing. They like the content that you make, and they probably are not going to care. I personally don't care how many views somebody has. If I subscribe to you, that means I like you. I like what you're doing. I want to support what you're doing. I want to become, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to watch your content. I don't care how many other people view your videos. All I care about is, do I like your videos? What am I going to get from your videos? What are you going to show me? What are you going to teach me? How are you going to entertain me? I don't care about anybody else if they're watching your video or not. Okay, I'm scrolling on down. Not a sponsor. M&M's. Yeah, we need M&M's as a sponsor. I don't even know how this thing started with M&M's. Like, they should be sponsoring this. They get a lot of FaceTime here because of it. But we just like M&M's. We enjoy it. We like coffee. We like M&M's. We like pizza. Truth be told, I would much rather have like a pizza sponsorship, but hey, whatever. Oh, scrolling on down. Okay. Glue Guns and Roses. Who's more organized? You or Nick? Nick, hands down. The labeled bins and Velcro is a good idea for organizing and storage. Yeah. So the labeled, okay. So everything in the studio, this is pretty much my doing, right? Like, Nick is pretty hands off in terms of like how things get organized in here. I organize stuff in here because when something goes wrong, I'm the one who has to fix it. So I have to know where everything is. So I've got everything set up in ways that I can understand. I don't know if it makes sense to Nick or not, but in terms of who is more organized, he is more organized. He is cleaner than I am. Like my place looks like a cyclone went through it. His place is like everything's neat and put together, and like, yeah, he's way more organized than I am. The Clariman Gaming says, can you tell me the app to edit your videos? If I'm editing on my PC, I use Vegas Pro. Crypto Cruising says the Rode mics don't pick up any background sound as well. It's noisy in there on the phone. You can't hear the aircon on the main mics. Nicely done, man. It's noisy in there on the phone. Yeah, so when I was doing the phone thing, I didn't put a microphone on here. I was just using the built-in phone camera. If I actually should, I have microphones sitting right over there. I should have put a microphone on this, and it would have made everything a lot more clear. But yeah, thanks. Yeah, as far as these Rode mics, absolutely love them. And I'm really backed up on these questions here, so I'm going to get through them. Sit tight. Amazing Media TV says, did you learn from Nick? How long are you doing YouTube? Yeah, I've learned a ton of stuff from Nick in terms of YouTube. We both have a background. Like he came to work for me early on with graphic design and that sort of thing. So before we even started on YouTube, we both had a background of graphic design. We both understood, video. We both understood photography. We understood lighting to some point. So we had the basics before we even started YouTube. And then he's learned a ton on YouTube. And then he's definitely helped me with that. But truth be told, he's not, it's not like he's holding back. Sometimes people will say, oh, well, you have an edge. Your brother's Nick. He's not holding back information. Like everything he's told me is in a video on his channel. And a lot of times he'll actually send me videos. So, he's not like, okay, I'm going to hold on to some information, some secret sauce that I'm not telling anybody. I'm just going to tell you, my brother. No, literally everything he's told me is in a video on his channel. Where it does come in handy is, you're sitting around drinking coffee or you go to dinner and you can exchange information that way. But he's taught me a ton of stuff. Scrolling on down. Okay, it looks like I'm caught up with all the studio questions. All right, so I'm going to jump back into the chat. I'm going to answer a couple more of those. Hey, Don Moody, how you doing in Melbourne, Florida? Hope you're having a wonderful day. RPM Nexus says he has also told and mentioned everything in his live streams. I guess you're talking about Nick. Okay, I'm going to go back to the forum here because we have a handful of questions that I still need to get to. Okay, so Harvon Nation says, I can't upload a lot because animation takes a while. Any tips? Yeah, you're going to have to learn how to streamline your process. You're going to have to learn. Okay, so here's the thing. If you're making, and this is where audience retention comes in really handy. If you're making, let's say you're making animation videos and they're 10 minutes long, but you look at your audience retention and only, let's say the majority of the people are only watching 30% of your video. So you have a 10-minute video, but most people are only watching 3 minutes of your video. Well, then it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to make, 10 or 15-minute videos if the majority of the people are leaving early on. So if you're doing animation, I recommend find ways to streamline your process and try to do shorter videos just to try to get your content up on YouTube. RPM Nexus says, most definitely Nick has helped me tons by listening to everything he has said and done everything he has said to do. Yeah, dude, Nick has solid information. Total, I mean, like legit solid information. Like everything he says is like legit. All right, moving on to the next. And to be fair, he puts a lot of work into this. Like, he spends an unbelievable amount of time. He's always learning. He's always in the YouTube Creator Academy. He's constantly trying to step up and improve what he's doing. He tries to stay on top of all the, whatever's changing on YouTube. So he puts in the work. As you have to. All right, moving right along. Hold on, I've got a couple more questions here. Okay, so Evie Licks says, I'm working on a channel for around a year now, and I'm quite clueless or whether or not I'm doing anything right. Can you please check out my channel and give me some tips? I don't want to get into channel reviews today more, but I can tell you this. The link that you just gave me in the form, when I go to pull that up, it actually says this channel does not exist. So you didn't link the right channel, or you didn't finish the link. I'm not sure. Unfortunately, I cannot pull you up. Hold on here. So this one's from Maza, says, I really don't know how to improve. I wish I had some help and support. I just want to be good on YouTube like you guys, and I'm really trying. Okay, well, the way you get good, the way you get better is by doing it more. Repetition will get you better, right? Everything anyone has learned how to do, they've learned how to do it well by repetition. You do it over and over and over. Now, that doesn't mean you just need to brute force, because you said you're uploading like 7 times a week. Just because you're uploading a lot and you're a gamer, like if you're just sitting down playing games and you upload it, or you're just live streaming, I mean, yeah, you're gonna get better as a gamer because you're gaming every day, but that's not necessarily going to make you a better YouTuber. So what you have to do is you're going to have to put in just, you know, like if you're gaming every day, that's great. You're going to become a great gamer. The same thing applies to thumbnails. If you're only making thumbnails sometimes, or you're not putting any effort into your thumbnails, you're not going to get any better. But if you're constantly practicing, learning how to improve your thumbnails, you will get better. If you put any effort to learn how to craft good titles, if you're watching Brian G. Johnson videos on the algorithm or how to craft good titles, you're using TubeBuddy, today's sponsor, but TubeBuddy's legit. Those of you who use TubeBuddy, you know that's a legit app. It helps you with your keywords. It helps you with your titles. It helps you with A/B testing on your thumbnails. Like, it's a tool that you need to have. So you need to learn and put in the effort on how to make titles, how to choose the right keywords, how to write the right descriptions. Like, if you're not doing that stuff on a regular basis, you're not going to get good at it. Same with entertaining. You know, like if you're playing your games and you're not interacting that much, if you're not being you, however goofy or serious, whatever it is that you are, like, you need to put your personality out there and get comfortable on camera. And that happens through repetition, over and over and over and over and over. Studio Geek says, oh, awesome, dude. Says, I'm going to do a LumaFusion masterclass live. Ha, dude, I love it, man. Yeah, I might stop by if I'm still online and stuff. I'll absolutely stop by, man. I want to see what you're doing with LumaFusion. Tim Yonsei says, yeah, practice makes perfect. So RPM Nexus says, I only upload a video once a week and live stream once a week. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, I understand people can only do what they can do. I know RPM Nexus, you have a family, so you know, if that's all you can do, that's all you can do. Sometimes, you know, life gets in the way, and that's just it. But if you do have that extra time, like I personally, like if you have that extra time and you want to grow your channel, you've got to acquire those skills to be better. And the more you do it, the more, you know, the better you're going to get. Who speaks a second language? I'm curious, who speaks, hey, Daisy Noib, how's it going? Who speaks a second language? If you speak a second language, just type in yes right now. I'm curious how many bilingual people we have in here. Tim Yonsei, yes. Mia Diva Rodriguez, yep. With a name like Rodriguez, I bet you speak English and Spanish. Okay, Daisy, I know Daisy. Daisy speaks a couple of language. German, Mandarin, local language, English, yeah. Okay, yeah, so Russian, Pig Latin. Yeah, it counts. So here's the thing, right? Like, if you only spent just a little bit of time here or there trying to learn that second language, do you really think you would have learned that language? Do you really think you would have picked up that extra language and, you know, retained the information, retained the words, the grammatic, the grammar rules and the words? You think you would have remembered that if you didn't practice, if you didn't study, if you didn't put in the work to learn that? The exact same thing applies to all these YouTube skills that you need. The more you do it, the better you're going to get. The more you practice that second language or third language or fourth language that you learned, because I see some people in here are multi-language. That's called English, Welsh, Portuguese, and learning French. Paulo, yeah, you know, man, you've got to put in that work to learn that language. YouTube is no different. You've got to put in the work. You have to. Hebrew, awesome, man. You got to put in the work, man, for anything. Otherwise, like, these skills are not just going to, like, you're not going to get jacked into the matrix. Then you're going to be like, whoa, I know how to build thumbnails, right? It doesn't work that way. You learn how to make thumbnails by countless hours and lots of trial and error and learning how to read your analytics, looking at your CTR, learning what works, what doesn't. You'll figure out, oh, this type of a face that I make gets more clicks than this type of a face. When I use these types of fonts, these perform better than those types of fonts. These colors perform better. When I use these types of images, these perform better. This is all skills that you have to learn, trial and error. Unfortunately, everybody has to go through it. Just the way it is. Moving on to the next question because I'm getting way sidetracked there. Okay, so Josephine says, thank you, Josephine. Josephine says, first off, in this form, wouldn't it help you to have a checkbox that says what device do you have, because you can have multiple? Yeah, so when I have what device that you have, yeah, you can have multiple, but what I mean by that, maybe I should clarify that on the form. I'm interested in what device you have that you're asking a question about. For example, if you're asking a question about a phone, I need to know what type of phone you're using, because I don't want to waste time waiting for you to say something in the chat when I'm asking, hey, are you on an Android or are you on an iPhone? Okay, so the question is there a way to blur information in iMovie or somewhere else for free? I did an unboxing and I forgot to hide my info. Josephine, that's a fantastic question. And I've actually never tried to do that in an app. However, I'm pretty sure KineMaster will do that. Studio Geek, are you aware, does iMovie allow you to blur anything in iMovie? Is there a pixelation inside of iMovie? I've never actually looked for that, but I know inside KineMaster, they can do that. Moving on to the next question. Josephine, yeah, I don't know. I'll have a look through my apps. InShot might do it. InShot might do it. Again, this is something I've never looked for, so I'm going to have to dig in and see. Moving right along. So this one comes from Brandon Rico. It says, is there a way to live stream my screen while recording audio and camera from my iPad Pro? Every time I try to record my screen from Streamlabs, I get an error message saying that something went wrong. Oh, you want to live stream from your screen while recording? You can use the YouTube app, or you can try using Omelet Arcade. That might work. If you're having a problem with Streamlabs, make sure that it's updated. I haven't had any problems with Streamlabs with that. Yeah, I don't know if you're using your iPad Pro. Yeah, I mean, if Omelet Arcade doesn't work, the YouTube Games app doesn't work, I'm not really sure. Some people will say they have problems with Streamlabs. I personally don't have those, so unless I have that problem, I can't replicate it. I've actually tried. I've put it on several of my devices, and I've tried to replicate the problem because I get asked this a lot. Like, you know, they have like a null message, but I can't recreate it no matter what I do. So until I can recreate it, I can't fix it, unfortunately. But when I do, I promise I will make a video. When I get those error messages, I'll make a video about how to fix it. Moving right along. Okay, this one's from Marshall Talks Tech. It says, I had a channel name, same name, Marshall Talks Tech, and I was using that email for so many things that I decided to make a new channel with a new email. I had 89 subscribers, and I'm wondering how to get at least some of them subscribed to my new channel. Okay, did you close your channel, Marshall Talks Tech? So if I understand you correctly, you're saying you had 89 subscribers and you're wondering how to get some of them to come over to your new channel. If that is the case, what I would do is I would make a video and I would just tell them what you have. I would say, hey, I've got, introduce yourself the way you normally do and just let them know you have a second channel. Tell them what the channel's about and tell them if they're interested to go over there and subscribe to your channel. Then in the description, I would put a link to that channel in there. Some people, if they're interested, they're going to come over. Of course, that might not be a high-performing video for you, but you're going to have to take one for the team, so to speak, if you want to try to get some of those people to come over. Into the chat real quick. Gatchberry says, D, is KineMaster Pro worth it? I think it's worth it if you need to have professional video and you want to do it on a phone. I don't know if you're on an Android or an iPhone, but KineMaster is worth it. Power Director is worth it. If you're on an iPhone, LumaFusion is worth it. I think those are probably, I don't know, Video Leap is good, Video Charge, those things, those are good too, but again, those are all paid. But I think KineMaster is worth it. If you're trying to do this like for real on YouTube, you're trying to grow a YouTube channel, you want to make professional type videos, I think it's worth it. Pauline Newman says, hey, D, congratulations on 20K. Thank you. Much appreciated. Josephine DeSmith says, do you have a Mac computer? I have a MacBook Pro sitting right up there that I do not use. When it comes to computers, I like PCs. I like how PCs work, and I actually prefer Windows 7. I cannot stand Windows 10. The streaming computer is Windows 10. My actual workhorse computer is Windows 7. Beanie Draw says, can you do a video comparing LumaFusion and KineMaster? That would actually be a great video, Beanie. I will add that to the list. My video list is enormous. And I look at the list. I have videos, like I look at the videos and I say, okay, this will be good for the community. This will be good for me. This will be good for affiliate sales. This will be good for this and that, right? I break them all down. But sometimes it just comes down to what video do I feel like making. Look, you guys are all YouTubers. You know how that works. Sometimes there's videos that you need to make, but sometimes you just don't feel like making those videos. So I'll add it to the list. Cricket says, same, you hate Windows 10. Tim Yonsei, a versus series. Yeah, I have some ideas for this versus that. I just haven't started yet. Again, you know, there's so many videos to make and so little time. So, okay, so since you guys are asking for this, give me your opinion right here. If I do a this versus that video series, this app versus that app, what would you want me to cover? Because some of these apps, like say I take LumaFusion versus KineMaster, right? They're both really robust apps. You can do a ton of stuff with them. I can't possibly go over all the features. So how would you like me? Like if you're going to watch this video, what would you like me to do to compare these apps? Like what features are you looking at? Vori or something. It's my brother's birthday. Dude, happy birthday. Arizona Timeless Tourist. Hello from Arizona. Hello to you, Arizona. I love Arizona. It's one of my favorite states. Okay, so Tim says just the pros and cons of each. Photo Fence says, what time does the stream go till? Probably not much longer. I've been going for 2 hours and 20 minutes, and my back's starting to hurt me a little bit, so I might actually wrap. Usually I've been going for about 3 hours, but I don't think I'm going to make that tonight. My back's hurting me a little bit. Cricket, the biggie, Android versus iPhone. Yeah, I actually might make the Android versus iPhone. I've been thinking about that. TubeBuddy or vidIQ and a steel cage. So yeah, that video might come too. Okay, that's good, Snowy Rains. Pricing and the value for dollar. That's actually really good. Daisy Noise, lots of stars tonight. Okay, I'll check that out. Yeah. So in my comments, like anytime you guys see a video that I make and there's an alternative, for example, say I do a video on KineMaster and you want me to do a comparison, be sure to leave a comment and say, hey, D, it would be great if you did a KineMaster versus whatever you want me to do a comparison to, right? If I do something like with PixArt, you're like, hey, dude, it would be great if you could do like a PixArt versus Pixel Lab, something like that. Always go down and leave comments and let me know the type of videos that you want, because I get a lot of my video ideas out of the comment area. And as you guys know, with the exception of this week, because I've been out of it with my back, I do read all of my comments. I'm going to answer a few more questions from the forum, moving right along. Let's see. Going to the next one. Boy, my name is not Nick, you guys. I think some of you guys just troll me on this. Okay, Saucy D, this is a really interesting question. It says, how did you get your channel so big? By mostly doing tutorials. Yeah, I get asked this one a lot. Okay, so my channel has grown for several reasons. One is I'm making content that people are looking for. The majority of my videos are coming from search. Okay, I'm making videos. A lot of my videos are evergreen content for a lot of my videos. That means that it's videos that are going to continue to be valuable to people later on down the road, unless they do like an app upgrade or something like that. So I'm making videos that people are actually looking for, first and foremost. And there's not a lot of people who are consistently doing mobile videos, mobile help videos, mobile YouTube videos, mobile creation videos. I mean, they're out there and they're growing too. They're growing fast too. But you have to present it in a way that makes sense. And where a lot of people are going wrong in the mobile market, for teaching people, not the tech channels, but like if you're going to teach somebody how to be, how to be a mobile creator or this app or that app, they'll do a couple of videos about phones, and then they'll do something else. Then they'll vlog for a while, and then maybe they'll do something on their desktop, and then they'll come back and do phones, and they get kind of sidetracked, and that really kind of divides your audience. So the thing that I'm doing is I'm focusing 100% on mobile content creators and YouTubers. I try to get as many mobile YouTubers as I can. So evergreen content that people are searching for, and I'm focused 100% on mobile, maybe 99.9, because there is that occasional video that I might throw out there just because I want to make the video, or I feel like it's something you guys need to see. So that's one thing. Another thing is, obviously, I do live streams on my brother's channel every Saturday, right? Nick's got 300,000 subscribers. When I started live streaming with him a year ago, I think he had 200,000 or 100 and something thousand. Like he might have had less than that, because I think he made over 200,000 subscribers in a year. So maybe he was over 100, maybe it was 100,000 and something when I started live streaming with him. If he's in here, he can probably let you know. So over the course of that time, people from his community got to know me because I live streamed every single Saturday for like 5 to 6 hours. So that definitely gave me a jump start, because I kind of got worked into that community. And then another thing that helps me is I'm really active. Like you guys know, I'm active in my comments. I'm active on Twitter. I'm active in various Facebook groups. I try to network as much as I can. I try to get to know people. I don't care what size your channel is. I try to get to know as many people as I can. Last year, I went to VidCon, I went to VidSummit, and by meeting these people and by building these relationships, one thing that's really helped me too is I end up getting shared out in people's community feeds. I've been shared out, obviously, by my brother. I get shared out by Brian G. Johnson. I've built a relationship there. KineMaster shares me out from time to time. They've got 200,000 or 300,000 subscribers. I've built a relationship with those guys, and they're really awesome guys over there too. And because I've gotten to know them, when I make videos, they'll share me out. They share me out with when you get shares from big channels, if you have a good video, you'll get subscribers. So those are the things. And I've learned my analytics. I've learned how to read my analytics. I do a ton of thumbnail testing. I'm constantly in there trying to improve things. So that's how my channel grows fast, right? I mean, it's not just any one thing. But yeah, relationships, analytics, evergreen content, content people are searching for. It's all there, There's a bunch of pieces to the puzzle that are making my channel grow fast. So yeah, hope that satisfies your answer. Uncle Dan says, and then when he met me and regretted meeting people. Yeah, I pretty much turned off all social media after I met Uncle Dan. Just kidding. Rookie says, D, I make good content and insane thumbnails, but I don't get views, bro. All right, Rookie. Well, here's the thing. If you're making insane content and, insane thumbnails and good content, you need to go into your analytics and you need to look at your audience retention, which is your watch time, and you need to look at your thumbnail CTR, because you might think you make good content. You might think you make good thumbnails, but it might not be good enough based on what your audience thinks, or your channel's too new. Like you might make the dopest thumbnails the world has ever seen. You might make awesome videos, but because your channel is brand new, I don't know how many videos you have, but you haven't built up that channel momentum yet. You haven't built up any channel authority. And until you do that, until you build up that channel authority and get that momentum rolling, get the ball rolling on your channel, people aren't really going to notice you. That's one of the things that takes a while, is you have to put video. I mean, don't get me wrong. Every now and then there's a channel that comes along, puts up a video, and it goes viral. And that happens. That happens. Like everything, thumbnails there. People want to watch the video. It's a shocking video. Watch this bear attack this tourist, right? 5 million views, right? Those happen. That definitely happens. But like for everybody else, you have to build up that channel authority. You got to get your momentum going. And then if your content is good and your thumbnails look great, once you start to get that ball rolling, if they truly are good, then you're going to get the views. You will get the subscribers. But just, pace yourself. Don't have to, it's good to have goals. It's good to hustle. It's good to come in here and get your grind on. It's good to be ambitious, but don't set your expectations so high when you're starting out, thinking that, oh, I'm just going to throw some videos up and then people are just going to, the views are going to come, the subs are going to come, because it generally doesn't work that way for most people. Some people get lucky, but for most people, you got to, look, I know there's a ton of people in here. Oh, dude, come on, man. You're new with 3 videos. Come on. I just went off on that tangent and you've got 3 videos. Come on, brother. Right? Like, okay, so that definitely applies to you. You've got to put in the work. Go make 50 videos. Go make 100 videos and then come back to me and let me know if you're growing or not. Right? Go make 50. Go make 100 videos. Look at your watch time. Look at your CTR and your thumbnails after you've made that 50 or after you've made that 100 videos. Then come back to me and then say, hey, I'm growing or I'm not growing. If you've got 100 videos online and you're not growing at all, then we'll have that conversation. But dude, 3 videos, man, you're just getting started. You've got a huge mountain to climb. Glue Guns N' Roses, Field of Dreams. You load it up and they will come. Exactly. Exactly. All right, I'm going to answer a couple more questions. Boy, somebody just keeps asking the same question here. Yeah, so somebody keeps asking how to do a blur in KineMaster. I'm actually not set up with my phone right now in a horizontal way to walk you through that. So that's something, I should probably build a scene for that, a horizontal scene. It's just vertical right now, so I can't walk you through that. Maybe I should do a video on that. I have plans to do an entire series on KineMaster, an entire series on LumaFusion. Like all of these apps, I'll eventually turn them into an entire playlist of each app to walk you through like each part of each app. It's just, you know, there's only so many days of the week, only so many videos I can make. PhotoFin, man, peace. Have a good one. Okay, this is an interesting question. Midnight Madness 4x4. Okay, I'm sorry you said I can skip that one. Right, I remember. Moving right along. Hold on here. Saucy D, I love this. Is it normal to have nightmares of Bixby from seeing it so much? And have you tried Vlogstar for Android yet? No, I have not heard of Vlogstar, and I will put it on my list of apps to check out. I'm always downloading so many apps and checking them out, but I will check out Vlogstar. Roger, the expert plumber in the house, says if people will do what you say, they will grow faster. I have doubled since the first of the year. Dude, that is awesome. I'm happy for you, Roger. I'm glad to see you growing. Roger, are you going to Vid Summit this year? I hope I'm going to see you there, man. All right, everybody. Hey, Scrap and Pallet Man, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Congratulations on your milestone. Scrap and Pallet Man just hit, correct me if I'm wrong, 24,000 today. I think it was today. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's 24,000, I believe. So a high five, fist bump. That's awesome. PhotoFin, have a good one. Okay, Roger, man. Yeah, dude, I'm going to see you there. We're going to hang out. Yeah, I think when we hung out last time, it was kind of like at the end, and like, it was weird. I kept running into you at like late night, and like, you know, you're going down the escalator, I'm going up the escalator. That's the thing about these events. Like, there's so many people you want to hang out with and stuff, but like, it's hard to get the time to actually sit down and stuff like that. Yeah, dude, I would love, you know, when I see you next time, I'd love to hang out with you, you know, grab a lunch or sit down for coffee or dinner or something like that, man. That'd be great. Okay, 22,000, Scrap Pallet Man. Okay, yeah. So congratulations, dude. Another huge milestone. I love it. Okay, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap this up because my back is starting to hurt. I need to stand up and all of that. So thank you so much for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Moderators, thank you so much. Thanks again to TubeBuddy, #1 browser plugin and growth app. Let's give TubeBuddy some love. If you're using TubeBuddy, type in #TubeBuddy right now, just in case somebody's on the fence, they're not sure if they should get TubeBuddy. Let them know that you use TubeBuddy and you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, go ahead and do that on your way out. Thank you for everybody who shared this out on social media. If I didn't get a chance to thank you live, I will come in and heart you or thank you on social media. Thank you so much. You guys rock. Thank you for getting me to 20,000. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much for that. And oh, look at the TubeBuddies rolling in. Look at it. Look at them all coming in. And guys, if we're not connected yet on Twitter, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. Even though I'm not active on LinkedIn yet, it is coming. I'm just trying to build that habit, and I'm building up an audience on Twitch. I'm going to start streaming over there sometime this year. So guys, have a good one. Mike Van Doozy, have a good one. Josephine DeSmet, Josephine DeSmet, Photo Fin, have a good one. UTF Gaming, have a good one. Tim, have a good one. John, thank you, man. Super Bowl Sunday. Dude, the fact that it's a Super Bowl right now and people are still in my chat, that is unbelievable. So extra thanks for that, for you guys hanging out here instead of hanging out watching the Super Bowl. Rookie, have a good one. And anybody who I gave my email to, like I said, you go ahead and email me, and, you know, let's get you over that hurdle so we can get you uploading on YouTube. Pauline Newman, have a good one. Amazon Media TV, thank you so much. Rabbit Care, thank you. Cricket Wilson Harris, thank you. Roger, thank you, brother. Yeah, Matt Alls, Camera Guy. Hold on one second here. The Camera Guy says, I'm going to answer this one last question. Since I only have 38 videos, should I be worried about audience retention now, or should I be worrying about content and consistency? Yes, the answer is yes. You only have 38 videos. I don't know what kind of views you're getting. I mean, if you're getting 10, 20, 30 views, something like that, I wouldn't worry about it just yet. If you're getting, you know, a couple hundred views, or if you're starting to get thousands of views, you absolutely want to look at it. But the answer is yes, yes, yes. Content, consistency. And if you're getting a larger view count, you know, even in, you know, a few hundred, start paying attention to your CTR, start paying attention to your audience retention, and you'll kind of make those tweaks as you go. Okay, somebody's just asking for my email. So when I was dropping the email before, this is for people who want to get started on YouTube, but there's a hurdle stopping them. I wanted to, you know, kind of brainstorm with them and talk about how we can get you over the hurdle so they can upload in. I'm going to drop this in the chat one more time here. Nimminati@gmail. I'm not dropping this email so you guys write me to say, hey, check out my channel, check out my thumbnails, check out my channel art. I'm going to ignore those because I get about 50 to 100 of those a day. So that's not what I'm looking for. But if you guys are kind of like trying to get over a hurdle, I want to help you do that. So respect the email, guys. Okay, everybody, thank you so much again. Have an awesome, awesome week. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. I've got new videos coming this week, and I'll see you next Saturday on Nimmin Live. And of course, I will see you here next Sunday. Thank you so much. And again, thank you for getting me to 20,000. You guys rock. I love you. See you next time. All right. So those of you who are still here, now the real chat's going to begin. Who's still here? Now the fun is going to begin. Let's get this party started. All right. So. So listen, if I did not get to your question, I actually came back on to say this because I saw there's still a lot of people hanging out. If I didn't get to your question, I do apologize. I'm cutting this short a little bit early. I'm not feeling well with my back, so I need to stand up and get out of here. But I want to come back in and say this, and I was amazed that there were, at the time, there were like 40-something, I think there were 48 people who were still watching this before I came back on. So I thought, I'd come back in for a second and say, hey. So again, thanks guys. I'm really going to head out this time. Scrap and pallet man. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe from time to time, maybe I'll pop back in after the song's over sometimes and do some stuff. Take another dose. You got it. See ya.